Nothing we can do better here, guys. It's gonna be a tipsy night at KSL. All right, let's go into the game.
Giddy up.
Thanks for the follow, Rostock. There he is, my man from Ukraine. He's playing tonight. How you doing, brother? I forgot to go on TeamLiquid.net. Let's go. Welcome, welcome. I took off the bot. I'm gonna be tipsy tonight because I don't give a fuck. But as long as I help Chicken Man get the replays. I should have started a little earlier. I did start earlier, but...
Am I? Or am I so sane that you just blew your mind?
Rigatron1 just subscribed. Hi.
How you doing, Rigatron? Thanks for the 3 months of the 2-month streak. You're back. And we're just starting up here. Bracket is live. And it's a little bit smaller of a bracket. Ah, fuck. I gotta fix my bracket. Hang on, guys. Let me fix this. We have games. Rostock, good luck tonight. Rostock is a Ukrainian player playing early in the morning in the Korean Starcraft League on the Korean servers. Let's see who signed up. Okay. I think Vindicta's playing in... What the fuck? Why is the bracket still doing that? Ah, there we go. Vindicta is filling in for Maru, guys. I'm joking around, but maybe. Maybe Migs can do some good damage today. True Chicken Man. Okay. Oh wait, no, shit, I didn't update my stream title. Okay, so it's Hanmano versus... I'm casting Hanmano versus Percival. We're casting a TBT. Shit, my stream title was wrong. And I am back, Samuel. Back again. I honestly didn't take enough time. It was because Pilly was doing my reverse Smurf account. On Protoss. The streamer's back, tell a friend. It's gonna be a Kirktown stream, Samuel. We got Hanmano versus Percival. I'm actually excited for this. Tonight we don't have the most crazy stack bracket, but it's stacked enough. But Hanmano, I'm actually choosing, this is a goated match, and these are two guys I wish were on other sides of the bracket. But they're really fun. This is actually a really good competitive game. Some of you guys may know them. Sorry, it's just starting up here again. Different scene. Spawning in the upper left-hand corner of Gressvan. In the green, representing K10, it is Han Mono. He's on the Forjumi team. And his opponent at the bottom, right in the red, give it up for Mr. Percival. Two really good Korean semi-pro players. You just got done copying over and setting up Death Stranding on your wife's PC. Nice. How you doing, Macrocosm? Well, guys, that's very cool, Samo, that you're doing that. But this is gonna be a banger. Okay, barracks are on the same side of the map for game number 1, but this is actually a really pretty close one. Percival's so good. Yeah, look at their CC skins. A unicorn and a smiling star. And it looks to be a standard TVT opener. You're rooting for Percival, aren't you, Samo? Oh, a Terran to win! Ah! Maybe I'm tripping. I don't know. I think they're the same skin. They have different decals. All right, now you got me fucking up my obs. We're looking more at the CCs than not. Rigatron, you are freaking out, man. All right, guys, rather than doing a tryhard cast.
Hey, who wants to have some fun?
Gene Sim, thank you for the raid. Thank you. Let's see if I got flagged on Twitter for my Twitch stream. Oh, I didn't for once. I actually put the whole link. Twitter flags you sometimes for random bullshit when you put your streams live. Fun fact, I didn't think so, but apparently I got a pretty goated Twitter for what I am, you know? For those of you that don't know, I want to see some weird tweets. Yar, it's Tater Tutor and Gene Sim. Gene Sim, thank you again for the raid. Let's stop everything to watch KSL. Pog Squirrel. Yeah, guys, make sure you give Gene Sim a follow. He's a crazy old man like me. He just doesn't drink. He's French Canadian, but he also likes cats and he likes pog squirrels. Oh, hell yeah. I said crazy old man. I didn't call you crazy. Don't get mad at me, Gene Sim. I said you're a crazy old man. Yo, your cats, yeah, true. Your cats do be pretty crazy. Remember you used to post the old cat man. Remember you used to post the Abe Simpson thing? That's what I was saying. Anyway, it is 111 from both. It's the Barracks Factory expand. Classic TVT, but Percival's going out with a little bit more Reapers and Hellions there. Han Mono going for the Widow Mine. Guys, poor kid Chillin got bullied by Pilly Pilly, by the way. I just want to say that in here. Alright, Reaper does take a lot of damage on Han Mono's side, but there's not much damage dealt to Percival. Percival getting some good... Damn, that was a pretty crazy engagement, but nice job from Han Mono. He doesn't lose too many workers. Okay, now he's going to lose one. He's actually sacking the workers a bit much more than he should, maybe. Yeah, Han Mono's lost a lot. Oh, he doesn't even... Oh, that's unlucky. It's a little bit of a... It's not really build order counter, but... Okay, Helly only gets a couple SCV damage right there. It's not game ending, but ultimately at the end of the day, 4 workers did fall. If we look at the economy, okay, these guys didn't use Game Harder Observer++. Well, the thing is in TVT, that's very standard to build your supply depot there. You don't necessarily have to wall each time. In some cases, he was expecting maybe to get proxy 2 racks Reapered. Or even a proxy 1 racks Reaper. True macrocosm. But Han Mono isn't either. Han Mono did a very standard opener. That's the bitch about TVT, even at that early in the game. If you decide to build a supply depot here, or somewhere around this area, or if it was Percival over here, the thing is, you're exposed to 2 racks Reaper over here and you don't have any scouting of it. or a potential wall off setup, whatever. And the other hand is you're exposed to Hellions, which is what we saw. So there was a full scout basically from Percival after, but the damage was dealt. But it's not game ending. Hanmano's down 4 workers, exactly what he lost. Percival obviously able to do a little more because he also delayed the gas. He delayed some tech and some other things. Okay, so we have a double eBay opener from Hanmano. Percival not really rushing into bio. He's going 3cc. He may play mech, or at least have a... He's going to have more tech units for sure. But right now it's pretty even Stevens. Just that Raven lead for Percival. Hanmano has the stim advantage though, and he got those 3 racks up. So at the cost of a 3rd CC, he decided to go... He might go for a 2 base all in or something. Cheeky, that could be wild. And TBT, that could be a dice roll. Tortellini and KSL. Tortellini's pretty based. Okay, this is going to be a big push from Percival. Of just Marines. Very... He wants to deny a 3rd, so Hanmano hopefully builds a 3rd on the high ground. If he does, it's going to be quite delayed. He should probably grab another gas in either case, in my opinion. He's not building any SCVs. So is this just going to be like a 2 base all in or a lot of 2 base pressure? That's the question. There's no medevacs. There's no nothing with these Marines. It's stim timing for Percival. There's siege tanks here. He's just scouting. Hanmano going for a drop. What the deuce? All right, Hanmano is playing a little cheekier this game. I like it. He used to always just play cheeky, but Hanmano's actually been playing solid macro games. He just was in a rough position and decided to go for faster biotech and faster upgrades. There is a Cyclone over here. Vikings coming out are a bit of a pain. There are actually a lot of Vikings, so Percival's commanding the position pretty hard in terms of what he has in terms of tools. Oh, wait, what? The deuce? Was that thrown away? A Reaper? I don't know. Hanmano, what are you backtracking? Hanmano's gonna jump in. Is he gonna get the drop? There's so much here for Percival to deal with this. But this could be pretty good. Percival with the distractionary Marines over there is gonna be kind of nice. Cyclone is gonna be a problem. Auto turret doing good. There's just lost mining time, nothing else. Hanmano is very committed. Percival managed to cancel a 3rd, so Hanmano's got to get some damage done quick. He is going to be able to get up here onto the high ground, sieging some tanks. He has the Raven with a lot of energy. Oh, nice interference matrix. However, the Marines come from behind. Oh my God, Percival with those 2 Ravens getting so much damage. This is going to go to Percival pretty one-sidedly at the end of it. But what a sick game. Even if it's over, it's still going to... Hanmano's trying to hang on. There's not much you could do here. But the reason why he is he has 1-1 stim and combat shields going into his armory behind it. No 3rd CC yet. He's good building one. So he's going to try somehow to hold. Some way, somehow he wants to hold a lot of the army supplies and Vikings. Percival is making the right decisions. But at the same time, Hanmano needs to... He's going to try his best. And I don't blame him because he was sitting on an upgraded bench, which he's not right now. But it was about as good as he could do in the situation. Yeah, the army supply now is crazy, but Hanmano led with the army supply. The boys are pulled. He's going to desperately try to push in. Tanks getting sieged from Percival. Hanmano just doesn't have the army. He played really well, but GG. Percival takes it. Percival coming in and catching him off guard with those Hellions and Reapers. That do be TBT. Yeah, it was a really good defense, but no, if you remember earlier though, Hanmano clearly was going in for a build. I think he would have had a 3rd fine. Yeah, but yeah, not just the defense. Percival is so good. That little hit squad of Marines on the side, right when Hanmano was building his 3rd, trying to make up for time lost. He got into some issues. All right. Damn, I forgot to grab my smokes. Corey, Trevor, smokes. Let's go. All right, we're getting into it. Giddy up. All right, here we are spawning in the upper left-hand corner of Dragon Scales in the green. Give it up for K10's Hanmano. How you doing, Marku? And his opponent in the bottom right, he's red. He's up a game. Give it up for Percival. Hey, Music, what are you up early in the morning, girl? Home girl? Or should I call you Fox girl? Well, Music, in this tournament, you would know some of the players some weeks. We have Hero in this week. But we, you know, we've had Maru and Bion, and we have Care playing tonight. We have, not a lot of Zergs, really. I don't know how many there are. There's always a girl in my chat. At least one. It's very rare that there's not at least one. You're still awake? Oh, boy. Alright, it's going to be Proxy, 2 Racks, Reaper from Hanmano. Let's see if Percival Walls standard again. He's going to go Scout. Is he going to go for the cheeky double Rack Scout? Yeah, this is 100% 2 Racks, Reaper to the face. Probably going to be in a Riot Games female non-binary only tournament. For League of Legends? Or another game. You do play some other stuff sometimes. Your Platinum League, it's I didn't realize how that was like actually pretty good. Okay, well that's cool. Good luck to you. Music, let me know. I'm sorry, I don't care so much for. You're not playing. You're Diamond 1. Jesus, I better get you hooked up with some friends. You got to do. I should probably do some stuff in League. There's so much for me to learn. Are you? Damn. How did I not realize you were that good? Percival's right on top of this, by the way. He's not dropping anything else. He's committing to his factory. Hanmano unaware that he can see this. That's insane. You're actually cracked. Sorry, I should be casting this crane. Starcraft Music. We should talk more. I'm surprised you actually even enjoy anything of Dave's sometimes, or you even like my stream at all. You're like, not only do I not play Starcraft anymore, but I'm also OP at League. Like, I apologize for that. I'm old. I got a job again and all that stuff, and I really don't think I have the time to. I'm not a big MOBA fan to play, is why I think. It's not like I don't mind. League has some cool tournaments. I will give them that. And it is kind of interesting to see the hype, but when you're on actual competitive stuff. All right. Anyway, hold on. All right, anyway. Anyway, sorry, DM here from Nish. Nish is away. Yeah, well, I've watched, it's not like I've not watched your stream, Mystic. I should have known better. I usually watch your game, and I think when you're in between matches, I looked away, so I had no idea. But yeah, look at this. Starcraft still do be fun to watch if you, especially if you've not played for a long time. You can probably almost indefinitely watch some stuff and be like, you know, if you don't, especially if you don't that much, when it comes to professional or semi-professional Starcraft, there's something about it. Mono might be looking like he's in a rough spot here, guys. I'm not gonna lie. It's the only esports you watch? True. Stormgate may make some. Are you excited for Stormgate Music? Chat, who's excited? Honestly, I'm getting excited a little bit, but it's gonna. For me, I'm thinking I'm just nervous that I'm gonna be too old and too busy with work and life to really learn. Not learn. It's not that I'm always down to learn, but I'm gonna have to prioritize what I learn, and I have to get decrusted and want to learn some new. Stormgate is the next RTS game, so possibly. It could be. It's the only. Well, Immortal Gates of Pyre is looking pretty good if they actually get a lot of time in development, but it's basically the development team, a lot of the production from Starcraft, Warcraft, and many other games. Command and Conquer. All the OGs. But it's actually, they're making non-competitive modes, but they're making some that are like you can compete kind of like League, but they're trying to make it a balance where there's a competitive 1v1, but also make it less of a try-hard game. Yeah, well, that's the thing. They actually have people that have experience in, actually, I think even age, if I'm not mistaken, but it's pretty wild. Banshee's gonna be scouted by Raven. That's very awkward for Hanmano. Hanmano was kind of unluckily build order countered here. Banshee coming in. There is a Cyclone. The Reaper's gonna jump up. There's 3 Cyclones for Hanmano. Interestingly enough, the game is equalized in terms of some of it, but there was definitely a difference in income. Percival took a huge lead for a bit. Hanmano did lose some stuff right there, but I'm too busy yapping about other things in the game. I mean, it can be, but realistically, you just watched it before. I mean, yeah, it depends who it is. If you're Maru, then maybe. But we've seen some crazy stuff even in Maru Beyond games. And that would basically go back to almost then. I mean, you've been around to... I've seen you watching my tournaments a little bit. I know you know music, but... And you had Ravens. Look at this. It's like a love triangle over here, only it's more of a hate triangle. Neither unit could do anything to each other right now, but if the Banshee left, it could die to the Ravens. 2 Reapers going from Percival across the map. Hanmano with nothing back here to defend. These 2 Reapers may actually just do... Oh my god, that's hilarious this time. Hanmano actually lost so much stuff. He lost 2 Cyclones and a Banshee. That's insane. It's devastating. But he's going 3 CC as well. His is not going to finish because it's delayed. Hanmano should pull an SCV back. Okay, he did. So he's going to have a slightly delayed one. He's forced to use energy on a Raven. 2 eBays. Oh, no, 2 Iraqs. No, it is 2 eBays from Hanmano. Hanmano, pull the SCVs back. Oh, never mind. He knows what he's doing. He cleans up both, loses a lot of lost mining time, and both. Oh, God. Well, both Cyclones, I was going to say, he has more. He's trying to get stem, but there's only 2 tanks out. GG. Oof. Percival takes it. And a clean sweep. And guys, don't sleep on Percival, but don't let Hanmano fool you. He didn't really play cheeky. He kind of got caught with his pants down in game 1. And what's going on to game 2? We'll see our next series. Let's see what we got coming up here. Okay, so Percival is going on well played, though. All right, guys, give me just a minute. I'll be right back. Yeah. Hold on. All right, let's see what we got now. Hero versus Percival. Oh no. Estrella versus Foxer's going on? I didn't see that. I would have caught that. Yeah, Hero has one of them. Yes. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure Hero won one. He beat Dark. Solar won his second last week. I wasn't around for week 9 and I forgot. Oh, smokes. Oh, Patches goes on. We're going to cast Patches versus Cure. Sorry, Cure versus Patches. Why am I going to write that? Yes, we got some kitties here. How you doing, Probes? All right. Oops. Prediction. Will Patches make it greater than 6 minutes or less? Patches is an NA US player. You can place bets. Kira is obviously the favorite player, but he's just hit Mastered one the first time recently on NA, and this is Cure. Spawning the upper right-hand corner in the red. Representing Team NV. Is it still? No. I don't know if his team was now. It's Cure. The Redders, they still are. I forgot. All the changes. I cast this like every week almost. And I cast EPT Asia. And his opponent in the bottom left representing the Platinum Heroes in the blue are American. Give it up for Patches. It's TBT night, folks, apparently. TVT. I was hoping to get Hero versus Percival. But there's other stuff. But we had... Actually, I would have loved to catch Foxer and Estrella. That's like the most Captain America thing we have. But it's Korean Starcraft lead. Yeah, Buckstar shots like... Darn, I was gonna play, but there's... Well, it's not all Terran. We don't have Maru. We don't have... Beyond, but we have Gumiho, we have Cure, we have Foxer, we have Patches, we had Percival, we have Han Mono. There's not many Zergs. Sadly, Classic didn't make. Classic signed up, and I reminded him to check in. We have Neo Micah is the only Zerg I saw. To be honest, there's like no Zergs tonight. Scarlet probably doing stuff for ESL or just not feeling it. I'm very thankful Estrella played tonight, though. It's really base, but Foxer and Estrella. Foxer's such a nice guy, too. But to see Maximus Angel here. We have Vindicta playing tonight, by the way. Oh, yeah. So Miggs is playing, guys. This is actually a wacky lineup tonight. I love it. But I actually chose the traditional side. We went for the Korean semi-pros first. And now we end up with Kira versus Patches. Patches actually just loses the SCV and the Scout, but Kira, the standard opener. Patches isn't set up for his, Oh, he's going for a starport? Patches is playing cheeky. He's going full NA, boys and girls. Oh my god. Mama. Oh. Patches. This is classic Patches. Actually, he's doing pretty good. Can Patches last longer than 6 minutes? I know we'd have to consult his girlfriend on that one, but the question is, can he last 6 minutes against Kira? Kira scouted everything and got tons of damage. 3 workers going down. Lots of lost mining time. And yeah, that's about all she wrote there. Patch is gonna push with just 1 Hellion and 2 Reapers against 2 Hellions and 2 Reapers. The Hellion dies, the Reaper's living for now. I think they're both gonna die. Oh, 1 splatters like nothing. My god, guys, poor Patch is getting bodied here, but Patch is so focused on the micro, he's forgetting to build anything and realizing he's on 1 base against 2 bases. He should have dropped a tech lab or something before. Kira's now on, like, he's actually ahead on his tech lab even. That's terrifying. He's ahead on army. He's ahead on bases. He's ahead on workers. Patches is just trying to live to greater than 6 minutes, but I think he should have just played it out. He's nervous. But more importantly to know, he's not just playing against Kira and the underdog. It's later for him. It's about noon for Kira, though, and gamer hours in Korea, that's just like... That's like waking up at like 6 in the morning if you're on, like, you know, morning shift hours. 5 in the morning. No, it's probably for them like 5. It's maybe 4, because, you know, they're actually on some real degen hours sometimes. But otherwise, I was going to say it's the ping disadvantage. Patches is playing from North America. Kira is on his native server. Alright, that being said, in the rules of the KSL is all matches are to be played on the Korean server. If you guys didn't know that. Alright, it's gonna be a cloak. Is it? No, it's not a cloak banshee, it's just a singular banshee. Patches is gonna have nothing to defend. And what's he? He's getting a banshee, ironically, very late. Patches, try to react. He's not even trying to react. Patches, not like this. No, this is awkward. Patches getting out bansheed by his opponent who macroed. He actually got his stuff out later. His cure's just that good. And, well, can Patches live still 6 minutes? 1 banshee's what the deuce? Patches trying desperately to get banshee damage, but Patches didn't even try to... He didn't build a Viking. He didn't build a Raven. He's not... Okay, he cleans it up, but he's not building the CC. Patches, fix your mining. Said he's gonna try to micro a Banshee into... Oh no, the cloak's running out. There's a Raven anyway. And he's gonna attack the supply depot. He lives longer than 6 minutes. Just technically right. Cure takes it and Patches does last longer than 6 minutes. All right. If anybody bet on that, which nobody did probably. Poor Patches getting bullied. Indubitably. Well now. Vilno. Cure versus Patches. Rigatron, how you doing? How you doing, chat? Buckstar Shot was like, man. Alright. Here we are anyway, spawning in the upper left-hand corner of Dragon Scales in the red. Give it up for Mr. Towering Man himself at his cure. We're sending an SCV across the map, certainly going to proxy racks with that supply depot location. And his opponent in the bottom right, representing the Platinum Heroes. In the blue, give it up for Patches. I would do another prediction, but I'll leave that to the mods if you want to, because it didn't seem like we had anybody but one do it. And I know I should have kept the stream up like normal and all that. I'm happy I took a little break, but honestly, I wish I used my time after work more productively. I either should have went full send streaming. Oh god, I don't even have the KSL stuff on. Jesus, Murphy. Oh, guys, this is rough. Oof. I have the ESL Pro Tour on my VOD for the KSL because I forgot to change it. Imagine having your own tournament and having a mod, but you have to manually set this stuff. It's an old game, and a lot of games you have to do stuff like that anyway, but I just didn't think. Curie going for Proxy 2-Rax Reaper. Patches again later, but is he? What is he doing? 3-Rax Reaper. But his is going to hit differently. Curie's certainly going to have 2 Reapers before Patches. Patches could have one defensively first. Patches going to scout. He's not yet. Wait, is he actually going to... Wait, well, what? Would be interesting. Okay, Patches is going for a Reaper. Cure's is out fast. Everything about Cure's the build again is faster. Cure is kind of tipping his hat. Patches going full NA. So in a land where the 2 Reapers from Cure just don't end Patches, Patches kind of may, sort of, kind of, maybe have a shot, but I just don't see him how he affords the 3rd Reaper. And he doesn't. Oh, he does. So this just got hella whack. SCV scouts the racks, and here we go.
Hey, who wants to have some fun?
Billy. How'd we look at the end? I saw you were getting to like toward 4K. If that's ridiculous, we're gonna have to go to another challenge. Guys, make sure you're following Pilly. Thank you for a Raiderino back. And good luck on the move, guys. One of the most Chad Protoss ever. Alright, anyway. Patches. We're watching our boy Patches against Cure. Patches is a Masters 1 now. And a Terran player. Against Cure. He's 3-Raxing versus a 2-Rax. And Patches is not mining at all. Patches is hiding in his command center. What the deuce? Patches doesn't have an orbital. Cure does, because Patches went 3-Rax Reaper. He goes, well, if he 2-Rax Reapers me, I'm going to have 3-Rax. Well, what he didn't calculate was who has more economy. The SCV kills a Reaper, not like this. Patches doesn't have... Oh, he does have enough money for 1 more Reaper. He has 1 SCV on the map. Cure running out of them too, but Patches doesn't have an orbital command center. The Reaper count in favor of Cure. Oh, Patch is doing as good as he can. He's not gonna last 6 minutes this game. Feels like BBB 25th game, yeah. Basilisk big brain bouts. Basilisk gaming's pretty base too. Speaking of that, Pilly said he might actually cast one of these with me sometime. Now, he doesn't have to do the whole night, obviously. Like, you can go whenever the fuck you want. I think Vindicta should some night too. I think Pilly and Migs, Protoss and Terran, that would actually be based as fuck. Alright. There's so many Reapers out for Cure. He was mining all that time. Patches really in a lot of trouble. He has 1 SCV. He does 40 minerals. He's on copium. There's no debate. This is pretty cut and dry. Patches lost all. Oh my god. Yeah, that's game. GG. And Cure bops Patches. And actually, Patches did survive longer than 6 minutes one game. But Cure bops him in under 11 minutes. But very well played. I guess. Patches, nothing we could have done. Actually, that was a little bit of a build order counter too, but still, we're missing some stuff. Classic ended up showing up tonight. Oh my god. So, Patches and Cure is A2. Oh. Updating the score, because I can. Cure versus Vindicta. Why am I missing this stuff? Estrella's going on to fight Dark or Triple. I wish I got... I don't know. I'm happy with what we got, too, but it's all sorts of stuff. I'm going to try to get Hero up. I got to try to find Hero. Guys, I wish I had Hero on... Where's Hero on Twitter? Poor Hero. I'm trying to get Hero in for everybody for the good of the order. Is Hero okay? Hero might have just fallen back asleep. We got Megs versus... Dang. So the bracket's looking like it's Vindicta versus Cure. Classic versus Gumiho. Percival versus Hero if he shows up. And Estrella versus winner of Dark and Triple. How you doing, Night Night? Do I work from home? No, I don't. I work at work. Ah, shit. How you doing, Night Night? Or are you talking to Rigatron? Oh. Oh, God, you guys. You fuckers in chat. The guys in chat going at it. So we got Vindicta versus Cure. Cure versus Vindicta. And we're missing some lobbies tonight. That sucks. It's not even a huge amount. There's a good amount of people showed up at Hero. I hope he shows up because, man, even Hero, we got to walk him over at some point if he doesn't show up. Anyway, spawning in the bottom right-hand corner. A Babylon in the red, give it up for a Cure. And his opponent in the upper left, representing the Platinum Heroes in the blue. He goes by Miggs. He's Mr. Smoge. It is Vindicta. I'd love to see Vindicta and Pilly cast together. That'd be funny. A Terran and a Protoss. And Pilly's like... Bro, I didn't even try hard right now, but I could see them being hilarious together. Maybe we can make that happen. One time. Or even if you guys did a couple series or whatever, it's late. Migs do be on the other coast. I think that would be fucking hilarious. And good content for all Starcraft. Alright, is a double gas opener from Vindicta. Cure, not quite yet. He looks like he's, is he gonna Reaper fast expand? He's like, Migs is pretty honorable. I am going to call him out. I'm gonna scout. Oh, he's gonna scout though. But I think it's just gonna be a Reaper fast expand, unless he just delays his gas. But this is very standard from Vindicta as well. Also going for scout a little later, but It's on pretty standard TVT timing for Vindicta. Yeah, Kira's totally going Reaper fast expand just in a la TVT. And with that being said, Vindicta could harass a bit. The Reaper will be out, but he might be able to get a little harassment task. Migs going supply depot, then factory, so playing it safe, really. As of now, he could go full on A. Curious to see what happens. Oof. We got a reactor, we got a factory. Mamma mia. Factory going down for Cure just now. Migs obviously has the lead there, but he's not started to CC yet, of course. With the opener. Oh, wait, he's going for another supply depot? What the deuce? Migs is going proxy starport. Okay. Okay, Migs is going proxy starport. Is he just going to go for a Liberator and hope that Kier goes Reapers and Hellions, which in this build, he very well could. He's got a Marine, but Liberator... Actually, he's got 2 Marines. I didn't even pay attention to that. Makes a dude want to go night-night? That depends. Like, to be honest, there's some stuff that's like... It doesn't matter. There's, yeah. Playing so much, it's, yeah, this is, I don't know, this game is pretty wild, though. Vindicta's going for a proxy starport. I understand what you're saying if you're tryharding and stuff. There's, yeah, it becomes to a point where there's a lot of mechanical stuff. I totally see what you're saying. But at the end of the day, the thing is a lot of the stuff everybody thinks they're doing is super cheeky. It's usually not that cheeky and usually just kind of sloppy, myself included. Wait, whoa, 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 hold on, guys, you were talking, who's flaming this? Okay, it's gonna be a proxy. Wait, what? Is he expecting a Banshee or something? This is weird from Migs. He's got the SEV to repair the Hellion, and look at this. I thought he was gonna go straight into a Liberator. But I think, I guess this kind of works out either way. The Hellion, or the medevac helps out. But by the timing of this, Cure was right on top of it. Yeah, look at Cure. Look at Vindicta, though. Vindicta coming in cutthroat. That was such a cute play. He brought the SCV to repair the Hellions and the medevac or the medevac. But Cure happened to be, like, on top of this somehow. All right, it's going to be a Raven run by, a Raven drop from Cure. Vindicta trying to get some kills. He's going to get a Marine, but he loses the Hellion. That's kind of rough. Reaper is going to go down, but what's interesting is there's already a Viking out too. I don't think this is going too well for Mr. Migs. He's going to be smoging. There's a 2 Marine Cyclone drop in the main of Vindicta behind it. He just got a CC down in natural. But I think this is going to be Ogre pretty quick. That Raven went down, I think, too. No, Meg saved the Raven. Raven does survive, but he's down quite a few workers. Look at that, 44 to 28 workers. Still, the fact that Meg's macroed behind it, if you will, kind of, if we can call it that, is something else. Sick game. I was really expecting a Liberator or something, but nah, Migs went for a proxy Raven. So when you guys were saying, hey, you know, it's kind of Snorefest, like, that's, that was kind of cute. Now, Migs is just going to use it as a normal TVT thing, but on the other side of the map, it's not going to be too helpful. He's going to have another Raven, but it's going to take a year to get there. He might be able to sneak it behind if he can somehow find a way to buy some time. But I'm sure Kier's gonna have even a scan available. Yeah, he won't need it really. Oh no! Migs is not controlling the Ravens. He does have a lot of ping. He is playing from NA to Korea. Holy shit, Migs! Cleans up a tank, he holds. Vindicta holds, he's so behind. but he's still going to hold. Kira already has Stim on the way. And 3rd CC finishing up, but still, the fact that he's found any point of a game in this and some of those losses, I'm so shocked that he was able to do that. That was actually really good. Still, like, Vindicta's putting on as good of a fight as he can, considering he's going to try to drop a 3rd CC. He's a pretty good TVT player. Marine going in, probably going to die to the tank. Migs, he could have blocked the CC. I think he got a scout on the CC. He's just starting his. Kira's already lining his. Another, well, a Banshee coming out. Not really rallied anywhere. He's hoping to get something, but there's mass Viking production pretty much. Not mass, but relative to Migs' economy and stuff. Kira's in a good spot. Some of it was a bit unlucky. Oh, speaking of unlucky, Cure getting interference matrix as well. He can't afterburn, etc. But Migs is gonna let that go. He can't chase it down. That's a crazy situation right there. Migs got so lucky to catch that, and I forgot to change the KSL thing again. Shit. Oh my god. Rip my everything, but it's Friday night. We're having fun. Who gives a rat's patootie? This is definitely, I don't know, guys. This is a different TVT than me, anyway. You don't see this all the time lately. I haven't been seeing too much of this. It's Cure versus Vindicta. Like, this definitely doesn't happen that often. This is like, maybe it seems like it because we have ESL Pro Tour going on, or the ESL Masters going on, aka DreamHack. Cute little drop of Marine Zone here. Oh, Migs is throwing away a Raven. Not like this, Migs, and he's gonna lose this CC. Oh, GG, still a very good game. That was crazy. I agree with you guys on some of it, but still, it's like, that was scrappy. This is definitely in favor of Cure for ping, if nothing else, but Cure is the favored player. But Migs certainly knows TVT. And that was a wild one. Kashmir versus Percival is going on. Shit, I gotta cover another lobby. I would have waited. Shit. We're missing stuff. And there's a bunch of us in here. Hero checked in but disappeared. Estrella's gonna be going on to fight Dark versus Triple. Classic versus Gumiho is going on, and nobody's got that. Wait, Steadfast probably does. We're missing some lobbies. I would have rather have caught Dark versus Triple just because we have them. I love catching. I never get to catch Vindicta lately. But, or Cure for that matter, but still. Well, it was just, he had no other options. Anyway, spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Ancient Cistern in the red. Give it up for Cure. And his opponent in the upper right, in the blue, give it up for Vindicta. You know something? It would be unfair because we're... I forgot to fucking change it. I can't change this mid-game, but I need a second to do it. Hold on, let me try to find... I'm gonna get this queued up so I can just do it. Alright, hang on. We got a proxy Rax from Vindicta this game. You're already dealt with one. He might be expecting it. We'll see. But it's TVT in a game, too. When you're the underdog, you know, you got to do what you got to do. But I had to do this because I want to get the logos on for after. See what happens from here. Alright, Cure. Going on out. All right, let's see what happens. Sorry, guys, I'm just trying to get some stuff set up. Vindicta going 2 Rax Reaper, 1 is proxied. So this will kind of check out as normal, actually, from Kira. That's a good thing. So the scouts, Kira knows Terran. If you notice, there's a little difference in saturation because, you know, Kira's already building stuff. Vindicta doesn't block anything with the supply depot just yet. Oh, it's Proxy Marauder. Never mind. Migs is just dropping a supply depot. This is Proxy Marauder from Vindicta. Macrocosm, that's what she said. It was super quick. It is Concussive Shell Marauder, Proxy Marauder from... from Patches. Alright. And we'll see what happens from here. Cure, building a high ground CC, playing safe, getting a Hellion. But you know what? You need a tech lab usually. Well, it's only one Marauder right now. But it's going to be Reapers and Marauders. Vindicta going to change it up. He's building a reactor now. He's building a proxy factory. He's going like 2-1-1. Concussive Shell actually helps out quite a bit here, but it's one Marauder to greet. One Marauder to follow up. Tech Lab going down already, as well as the reactor from Cure. Vindicta actually has a chance for an attack. Oh, beautiful dodge from Vindicta. The SCVs and the Reapers together are good, but the problem is Vindicta has to be careful not to lose. Yeah, he has to target fire. Oh my gosh, this is a good hold from Cure, but at the same time, Vindicta almost gets it. He loses both Reapers. That bunker going up is huge. That's the bigger problem, because Cure's been macroing behind it. Still, Vindicta with the proxy factory swaps it, going for a siege tank, going for a starport. It's proxy 2-1-1. He's gonna get some high ground. Oh, the Reaper is gonna go out to try to get some damage. If the starport gets denied, this is all ogre. Reaper is looking around, doesn't find it. He's gonna go just across the map. There is marine production on the other side, so there will be some units, but 2 Marauders survive, that's it. Cure actually took a bit of a hit, but he did have a very good defense, and he's gonna have the second orbital command center. That said, Vindicta's not really building any more workers. He's got saturation, but the Reaper's here, and that's all that matters. The timing's a little rough, but the SCVs almost kill the Reaper. Mig's kind of lucking out a little bit. He forces the Reaper back. 2 Marines coming out. He's going to rally them back. Siege tank coming. Does it land? Cyclone is here. All right. It's going to be a Viking from Vindicta. Is he going to kill the reactor? And it is a siege tank from Cure as well, though. That's the problem. Cyclone does a lot of damage against that barracks, and that do be an issue. Very cheeky. You guys were worried about cheese. We got cheese here. Oh, but Vindicta walking into the tank fire. Well, he throws away a Marine, eats a lot of damage to the barracks. Is going to go down. That is important because it's the high ground. Well, he is a Viking, but still, he's going to need some. This is a very entrenched Cure right here. Oh, the siege tanks are coming on top of this. Vindicta going in, but there's a Liberator. Oh, Liberator coming from Vindicta, but there's 2 Vikings going out from Cure. Vindicta is going to lose the barracks. He does have some Vikings out, though. Oh, Cure gets the first shot, too. Oh, the barracks actually soaks a shot on the Vikings. This is huge for Vindicta. He's building SCVs, kind of half-ass macroing, which I kind of like. But at the end of the day, he's going to make decisions. Oh, the Cyclone's out. The tank's not sieged, and, well, Vindicta holds him back for now. Landed Vikings. He's trying to sneak a cheeky position. Oh, no, Vindicta, you don't want to lose these. All right, his position's kind of nice, but that was very rough for him. And I just turned off my monitor because I'm got my feet over back here. Oop. Dave's feeling the effects. Liberator coming in the back, trying to force the attention away from the Vikings. And it's not going to do anything to the tanks, unfortunately. He does scratch the damage. Oh, poor Vindicta. He is going to go down, but you know what? Vindicta did make it to the round of the 8, so he still gets $20. Guys, please use the match arena. Oh. All right, we're going into Estrella versus Dark. Oh, shit. All right, hopefully I got it in time. All right, hang on, guys. All right, anyway, spawning in the upper left-hand corner of Babylon in the red. Give it up for Dragon Kitesy Gaming's Dark. And his opponent in the bottom right, it's Captain America tonight. Because Miggs is eliminated. Miggs was Lieutenant America, I guess. Because he got taken down by Kira. That's a rough one. It is Estrella in the blue. Mr. Max Angel probably going to bring us some cheeky games. Yeah, this is going to be a good series. We've had a couple TVT bops. Actually, funnily enough, that was 3 TVT bops. TVT is a dice roll, though. Like, even if there is a skill, but there's also, like... You can get hit really hard, really early, be the same level as your opponent, and just die to build order counters, too. But, like, Vindicta is not, by no means, a bad errant player. Cure is OP, but still. Question mark? UNKR? Wait, Max, maybe... Estrella is, maybe he said not ping. Yeah. Estrella's in California, so he doesn't have much ping, but... Gosu probe control. Ah. Symptoms, what's up? May fortune favor Maximus Angelicus this day? True. Symptoms is a Zerg, and he even likes Max Angel. Estrella, the Chad. Did I update my stream title? And I got the... Yeah, we got it on now. Let's go. I was quick enough. Look at the BM, or not the BM, the cheeky dialogue between the guys. I'm hoping we get a good series here. I think this is going to be a good one. Estrella and Dark. And they're having fun. Dark scared. No ping, he's saying, and stuff like that. Alright, double adept opener from Estrella going into a Stargate. Looks like he's going for maybe something like the hero build. It's pretty standard. Guys, Hero didn't play. Is Hero playing? TBD forever. Nice banner. I don't know. I think I'm doing a pretty poor job for a guy that's worked all week. And I love Starcraft. I love Korean Starcraft. That's why we do this. But I had to take a break from doing my usual grind stream, which helped, and didn't do shit after work. I mean, Dark is awesome. We're hoping for some crazy stuff either way. It would be, if Estrella beat Dark on Korean servers, that would be pretty unprecedented. To be honest. Classic is ongoing too. We had some stuff that we missed, and I'm very disappointed about that for live, but you know what? We might end up with some spicy replays, because Classic ended up playing tonight after all. Hero checked in and then didn't appear. Unless the players are trolling us. That would be hilarious if that happened sometime. That would be a meme if players are like, you know what? We don't see a player come in, but they're like, you know what? We're going to switch accounts and have some fun and whatever. That would be, nobody knows. It's like, not right. But at the same time, it's so wrong, it's right. In this case, it would actually be good because it's good content. We'd never know. We actually had Hero playing under Estrella's account. Go Australia. Good day, mate. Well, over here we got a dango. A group of dangos coming in. He might eat your baby. Alright, let's see here. Oracle's moving that out. Going in here. Sorry, Symptoms and Samo. Oof. Anyway, Dave, your Australian accent's piss poor. I know. All of you are saying that, but just be what it is. It's a triple Oracle opener into Blink. But there's a Nidus coming out. But he's holding a thermal detonator. You're Canadian? I forget. I don't know. I just assumed you're Australian because you and Samo do be homies. You're like honorary Australian. All right. I mean, I'm kind of honorary Australian too. You know? Like, I'm friends with Samo. I'd be alright with, like, cranky ducklings, like, Light and stuff, you know? Oh, it's gonna be queens and lings. No shield batteries in, like, anywhere. One's gonna finish, but there's none of the net. It's not scouted. There's oracles. Estrella, you need to scout this. There's so many lings. He needs a hard wall, and he needs to drop batteries. He's gonna drop a stasis wall. Oh God, does he do it? Oh no, the probe's just going for mining. The link flood's gonna get in. There's no warpins available. The stasis ward, he's away. He's gonna drop all the cores, the best thing he can do. That was actually the best move he can do. He's gonna need some sentries. Max Angel needs sentries, stat. He's got warpins, but does he have the gas? He only has one. He's got oracles coming. He's going for Blink. What the deuce? Neebs beat this. Oh, look at this. It's straight right on top of the next Nidus with probes. Is it enough that 3 Stalkers can help give the DPS he needs to put an end to it? But he's not mining. Still doesn't matter. Dark is not macroing behind it. Nina,
some fun?
thank you for the huge ass raid. We got our boy Max against Dark. Nina, I hope you had a good rest of your stream. I was enjoying your games. I hope you ended on a positive, fun note. Thank you so much for the humongous raid. And these are some bangers coming up. And I hope you have a fantastic night. Alright, that being said, well, nothing we can do better here. Dark is pretty committed. He's going into Hydralisk behind it. He's just sitting at 45 workers astray at, well, he can kind of macro out of this maybe, but he needs to contend with the Hydralisk after, which won't be up for some time. Oracles are still alive, kind of the Stalkers. Oh no, this is kind of sloppy from Estrella. What is gonna happen here? Nina is amazing. Nina do be a buddy. Thank you so much. I'm so happy Nina's still playing. Okay, this is interesting, guys. Hello? We have Nidus Verm. We have Nexus. How you doing, Blank? And how you doing, ladies and gentlemen? And cats and dogs and queens coming out of the Nidus! Alright, that being said, there's 7 Hydralisks in production. Lots of lings over here. The Zealots don't have charge yet. Not for some time. Estrella, you mad lad, cancel the Nexus. I think he's buying time. It's a little risky. He's gonna oh, he does cancel the last second. Yeah, it's a debate. Dark is memeing hard, but Estrella's playing quite well. This is on the Korean servers, guys. Oh, Nina's proxy hatch defense? See, that's the thing. Nina, if you are still here, please don't beat yourself up too much. Chat, also don't, when Nina says don't praise her too much, don't praise her too much. Nina is having fun playing when she plays, and she is quite good, though, is all I'm saying. On her worst days, she's better than 99% of us. And even those of you that are good. I'm pretty sure Max Angel, well, is he though? Look at Zerg. Just look at him. Somehow all the queens are out. Dark still managing to get more queens and injecting because he's got ahead of drones. But Straya, no, he's doing okay. There was just a delayed 4th. For Protoss to have a delayed 4th when a Zerg's just getting their 4th, that it means they are ahead. True. There's storms, but there's lurkers coming. Dark is a man that has no chill. But Estrella do be a bit of a meme ward. Oh, sorry guys. A little bit of a... You're still not back home yet, Ranger? I'm sorry I didn't reply. I was just mid-casting. Thank you anyway, too, but I apologize for bothering you, too. I was just checking, man. I saw you'd signed up and was just trying to get you to check in. I hope everything's going all right, dude. All right, anyway, thank you for signing up, nonetheless. All right. Well, what do we got here? We got Stormy boys coming. We got Immortals. Problem's gonna be Lurkers. Even without this Max Angel, Mr. Estrella, he has a singular observer. Dark being the cheeky lad that he is. Oh, look at that changeling dying to the hot air balloon of the High Templar. Funny stuff. Anyway, Estrella is ahead on workers. But then again, Zerg has Lurkers. There is the Hive just now going down. Lurkers on their own, not so menacing against some of this. There are 14 Stalkers and only one Immortal. Another coming out. Estrella's going to have to transition to Robo Bay or a Fleet Beacon, but I think he's just going to go end him. I think trying to go end him is good because the clock's ticking. You don't want to let Lurkers get into higher tech. He's going for a Warp Prison. He's going to push, but the Lurkers may catch him off guard. Oh, the Stasis board is huge. Ravtag does catch some of this. And look at this. This little push at the side's even deflected. He anticipates there is a lot of defense. Look at how many Queens there are right here. That's insane. Goes to Reaper. How you doing, broski? It's a Reaper. Oh, look at that storm from Max Angel. No, I feel that, Reaper. It's tough. Maybe with a VPN, it might not be quite as bad, and I know that's whatever, but like, yeah, Vindicta also played tonight. He had a little bit of an unlucky situation. Getting Cure, and it's mostly the mirror matchup. It's kind of like, we just had 3 series just walk right the hell over in an instant. Not just because of skill gaps, but also for mirror matchup situations. Oh no! These 2 High Templar are caught off guard. Totally unluckily for Mr. Estrella. Mamma mia. How you doing, Reaper, by the way? Real Reaper. Mr. Zerg Streamer, Cheeky. Team Gosu. Cheeky man. Oof. Alright. Hello. We'll see what happens. Zelly boy's coming in here. And Zelly boy's coming in to the side. I like this multi-prong setup from Estrella. He's going into carriers, but Vipers are coming out. I don't know, though. Everybody does it. It takes forever for carriers to get out, but I mean, I guess when Lurkers are there, it's alright. But when you're against Dark, and you have, like, this much creep spread, that's a lot of Lurkers, though. I guess Sky Toss will come into play here pretty well. Let's just see. 14 Lurkers with 4 more in production, even. How many Hydralisks? 9? That's not too many. Nidus is taken down. Zealot's trying to get a run by, but Lurkers OP. Seismic Spines has done adaptive talons in the way and +2 range attacks for a Zerg player, +1 air weapons coming for Mr. Estrella. Alright, Estrella looks like he's going to engage. I'm not sure how much he's going to overextend over here. Estrella knows better than that, but I like the Zealot run by coming from the 5th base, well, 5th or 6th base of Estrella. He's obviously ahead, but this is a terrifying army, and when the spores are in the front, there's a million Queens. It's like shield battery overcharged a million times over. Luckily, at least Queens need creep there, Kappa. I mean, the creep's right in his face. Queens are going to walk into stasis wards. That's not what he's hoping for. Oh, Storm's even landing on... Oh, he lands another one. There's 2 more stasis wards available. Do the Lurkers engage? That's the question. Zealot run by actually going to take out a Lurker. I love the Observer right here from Estrella. Estrella playing really well, but can he do it? This is so many Lurkers. It's terrifying. Carriers are coming in. There's only 2 Immortals. More Hydras in production, and we'll see what happens. The base doesn't go down over here. Not that it matters. It's getting mined out as much, but still, Storm is kind of just chiseling at this because still so many transfuses available. The energy running out of the Queens. Army supply massively in favor of Dark is the advantage to his low econ compared to Estrella. Estrella's got some damage, but not found enough. The Queens, oh, the Vipers rather, pulling the carrier out of the Queens is a bit of a problem. and we'll see what happens from here. Estrella immediately pulls the probes away. I think he's going to save them, but this Nexus is sure as shit dead. And what else do we got? Just more carrier production. The two Big Daddy Immortals trying to clean up one of the lurkers, but the Viper's a bit of a problem. Nice feedbacks from Estrella, though. This is a hell of a game. Thanks for the follow, Cruciferous1. Do appreciate it. And guys, if you want to help this tournament out, exclamation, or actually let's do exclamation mark B. I forgot to put a match Rito Commander, exclamation mark KSL. This is a weekly Korean Starcraft tournament at $400 base. If you guys have a few bucks, there may be codes to use for free, which add 25 cents up to 50 codes. So please use them, and it goes directly to the players. Anyway, storm goes on, and we'll see what happens. We even have logos on the map. Look at this, Korean Starcraft League on the map. This is a community-funded tournament. Please consider being a patron. We have all sorts of players every week. We never know who's going to play, basically, and it's tough during Masters, but damn, Estrella's doing it a bit. He's starting to dwindle the supply, a bit of Dark, but Dark's coming in with a Hydra run by taking out the base. Estrella hanging by a thread with a battery overcharge. Is not going to be able to do it. Does clean up a Hydra, but that's about it. Look at Zerg. Honestly, Estrella played this so well. And he looks like he's in a bit of trouble. They're even on workers. He needs disruptors. I know there's Vipers out now, but I think they might... Dark may start chilling just because of the economy. He needed to get a Robo Baby. No, never mind. I digress. I just think disruptors would be pretty good against a lot of this. Estrella's going to lose these carriers, and they don't do good one-to-one on the Hydras. The Mortals and Stalkers trying to chisel at some of it. He's trying to keep these carriers alive. 2 carriers fall. Oh, let's see if the total carrier count 6. Lots of interceptors done. The carriers regrouping. I really wouldn't hate... Well, now Estrella's got to find another base. He's going to have to retake this base. It's not super mined out. Dark, in the meantime, is kind of built a few drones. Okay, that's kind of scary. Estrella's going to take this base. Maybe he should expand up here after when he can, but he can't really. Neither player has that much of a bank. The upgrades are in favor of our Zerg. Estrella made a full Sky Toss transition, but didn't get into +3 ground attacks, which is kind of rough for the ground forces of Protoss at this stage of the game. All right, there's this hatchery fall. The drones trying to body block surface area. Estrella trying to escape, but the Hydra's too good on creep with the speed upgraded, well, you know, from the patch. Anyway, we do have some High Templar with this. That's kind of nice. There are a couple observers here. We don't have observer speed, but kind of a scrappy game nonetheless. This is a sick one. Damn, this is longer than most of the series we had. We're about... This one game may actually last longer than the 3 series we just casted, folks. Pretty crazy stuff. Alright, Estrella's in some trouble. This Nexus is going to have to likely be canceled. There's an observer here. Okay, cancels it. He's going to take the other base while he pushes over where all the air defense is. And Archon against this is in the greatest. Nice feedbacks, but the carriers are pulled forward. We do have storms. Oh, juicy storms, but not a lot else. Lurker's trying to go down. The problem is it's a little crazier here. Oh, he's trying to hit it. Nice storms landed. EMPs. Yeah, the High Templar are in trouble and lands another storm, Does he morph Archons to buy time? He does not. Actually, there's enough interceptors to clean up the Hydras, I think. Still, Estrella played it close. These Lurkers being a big nuisance. Estrella is not using the shield battery to heal this because he's worried about this fight on the other side. It's delaying an air upgrade. He doesn't want to lose that core, though, because that's a big investment. Carrier's got to be careful. He's getting a little sloppy. Zealots are in there. He kills the base, but I don't think he can take this army. He's going to have to cancel the Nexus that he spent so much time building, even though he just took out a hatchery. Oh, my God. This is looking rough for Estrella. Estrella is down in army supply 2-1 almost. It's 40 supply lead, basically, for, well, now and more for Zerg. Dark is looking pretty happy now that he's just got noms on that base. He was feeling hungry for a Nexus, and he got it. No High Templar outright. Oh, actually, there's 2 more fresh ones. The Oracle is going to be nice, but there's not enough here to deal with. The interceptors aren't fully available on all the carriers. One falls, so there's no storms. There's no... Yeah, I really feel like we needed disruptors in this. It's not easy to do in the transition. From everything that happened, Estrella played such... He had such a good defense earlier. But Dark just picked them apart.
Giddy up.
Thanks for the follow, Born Poker. Reaper, if you're saying that, that is... I rest my case, Your Honor, guys. Reaper is a cheeky, really good NA Zerg player. Like, he may not say he's really good sometimes. Reaper's really good. Right? When he's confident, he may actually say some good things about himself. But when he's calling Dark illegal, Dark do be illegal occasionally. And it's not that. This was a... I'm just very surprised Estrella was in such a good position, but everybody's like, he's ahead. I'm like, is he, though? Ultralisk are coming out. The fact that Dark brought it to here, they both... It's not like Dark had a bank either, though. Estrella and Dark have been putting on a hell of a game. Let's take a look at the trades. Estrella's lost more, so it makes sense, but, like, just the fact that how many Hydras and Lurkers and Vipers were produced and how much Sky Toss and everything, the fact that we're going into Ultras, or Smultras, rather. Smultralisk, guys. Is pretty insane. Guys, do me a favor, subscribe to my YouTube and consider becoming a Korean Starcraft League patron. This is a community-funded tournament. I am a $100 patron myself. Chicken Man and I helped organize it. Chad, Mandu, then Vlad and Skatu, or Skatu and Vlad got the money together for this. So thank you guys very much for the support. It's everybody, just $5 even. Helps a lot, and it keeps it going. We have a large $3,000+ tournament. Exclamation mark summer to find out about that. Anyway, coming up. And if you're a player, if you're Nina even, if you're a Reaper, if you play in these for participation, you actually get points to auto-qualify. So you guys that have been missing, kept telling people to play, we actually are going to be... It's looking like we may be closer to the 5,000 goal-ish, which we were looking at, but... Let's go. Alright. Lurkers are here. Hydras are here. Smultralisks are run-buying in the upper right corner, getting chased by Zealots, which are not exactly a counter to Smultralisks. And we'll see what happens. Wait, what the hell? Smultralisk running away from the Zealots because of the Archons. He's probably gonna lose his base. It's mostly mined out, but... Still, he doesn't have a lot of mining. The Hydra run by is kind of... Oh, no, he needs this Immortal for the Smultralisk. The High Templar aren't there in time. And this is just kind of a wacky game. Estrella almost has the tools. The army supply... Too high, though. There's just too many Hydras on here. I think you can deal with the Ultras. You can deal with the Vipers and the Lurkers. It's the Hydras behind it are too much. Dark just trolling hard this game, but these guys putting on a hell of a series so far. Carriers going to attack one Ultra. I think we're on a Smoge Fest. Megs was Smoging against Cure. Now Estrella feeling in a good spot for a bit. He actually played really sick, but I think he's pretty dead, guys. I hate to say it. It's like the wrong units are on the wrong side of the map from where you need them, or, well, kinda. Oh, poor Estrella. Still putting on a hell of a game and a hell of a show. Immortals coming in. They're not so great against Hydras, but everything's going against the Lurkers. The Probes and the Zealots killing off the Lurkers. Estrella is going to try to hang on by a thread because it is a tournament. But he's just in no soup for you. Dark is playing it like the soup Nazi in Seinfeld. He is denying the soup for Estrella because he's denied the mining for Estrella. Estrella still has the upper right corner base, funnily enough. And GG is called. He just is the showman. He's going to give us a game to the last unit. And that was almost there. Still, we're going to go on to game number 2. I do appreciate it. And again, big thanks to Nina. And Pilly. And Gene Sim for the raids. Alright, we'll see what we got coming up here. For our second game, can Estrella do it? Estrella played sick. Good night, Rigatron. Guys, I'm normally going to be trying to behave more in this. All right, guys, here we are. Going into game number 2. This time on a big bunch of water, I guess. That's old. All right. He is up a point. Memeing hard and somehow just knowing how to exploit his race where most cheesy zergs would just be insta out. Spawning in the upper right-hand corner, representing Dragon Kitesy Gaming. In the red. Give it up for Dark. And his opponent in the bottom left, he's blue. Representing Alpha X. A man who somehow puts up a valiant fight. He actually did a lot really well that game. Give it up for Estrella. Are we surprised? From Alpha X. In the blue, Mr. Max Angel. He's one off Dark, going for a proxy hatch. Oh, Dark wants this money. These guys are just, come on. Estrella scout it. Estrella drop a pyloners. I love when you drop a pylon when they do shit like this. Because Dark could just be proxy hatching to send him behind. Dark's going to take a hatch. Oh, this is the most annoying kind in my opinion. There's the aggro proxy hatch, which sucks if you don't scout it and you don't build a forge, or you don't, build a couple gates and pylons and whatever. But there's also the not pull first surprise. Okay, never mind. Dark is still gonna go for... He could have actually taken another hatch too. I thought this was just gonna be a meme hatch. Alright, so I guess we got a game. Estrella's still gonna take a Nexus. So it is technically a hatch gas pull. But Estrella has no idea this is a proxy hatch, I'm pretty sure. I hope Estrella sends this probe forward after. He's not going to. Estrella still might... Oh no, the mineral blocking is actually gonna hurt him. And when he goes down, what's he gonna see? It's a spine crawler rush. Oh, Estrella's still not going down. He's too busy. Oh, the harass is gonna help him a little bit, but at the end of the day, not in this game. Dark's gonna have the money for these spines. And Estrella's open standard. There's no zealot. There's no nothing. Oh, not like this. The Protoss humanity, guys. Well, the creep's gonna show up on his doorstep. And poor Estrella's in some trouble. He's getting out of Stalker. He's gonna try to wall off quick. He's building a forge. Lings are already here. The humanity. I feel like a Herman Melville novel. Or Nathaniel Hawthorne or some shit. Oh, Bartleby. Oh, humanity. There's a shield battery back here. Not much in production otherwise. There's not much you can do in this case. He already dropped his Nexus. He's kinda... Well, he's kinda in shit wins, guys. Shit wins, Randers. The winds of shit are in the air. The winds of shit is... Oh, the Stalker derping out. Cannot attack the spine crawler. He's gonna need to drop some tech, but he doesn't have... Okay, he does have a pylon back there. Doesn't have a lot of gas. He may want to cancel some of this, but he needs static against Lings. Dark going into metabolic boost and a Bane bust. I don't know. I think he should have dropped some kind of tech, like a Robo or something, but he doesn't have a another Cyber Core. Okay, I like the Sentry coming out. He knows... He has an idea what's up. He sees all the Lings. Guess what? That Sentry's gonna fall, though. Very unfortunately for Max Angel. He has some economy, kinda, but not much of a lead, really. Dark is full-on assaulting, and he just didn't read it. Still, considering he didn't read it, this is pretty good. I can picture Nina in this game, if she's still watching, taking notes like, yup, Max did this wrong, did this wrong, did this wrong, but at the same time, I may have done this in a game or two, because it seems like Nina gets proxy hatched quite a bit lately. Max Angel dropping 2 gates. He should have dropped this. Serious. That's the only criticism I really have, which I feel like he knows better on, is to, oh, the probe's going to attack the Banelings. Okay, wait, he's trying to keep the static. Actually, that made sense, but GG. God damn. Oh, everybody just trying to cheese through the money tonight. God damn it. Estrella played pretty well still. He did make it to the round of 8, so he got 20 bucks like Migs. cheese the Protoss. It was some sick cheese, though. Dark did have some dastardly strategy. Dark too. Yeah, it was nice cheese, but damn. Cure versus Classics going on. It's going to be Dark versus Percival. I can't believe Dark did him that dirty. God damn. I feel like Estrella was playing in really good form. That's just... Hero couldn't show up, and then Dark... Hero checked in and then didn't show up. Damn. Look at Zerg. So it's going to be Percival versus Dark. Still, it is the Korean Starcraft League, I guess. But still. Ugh. Dark doing Estrella dirty. I think Estrella was on his game. I was really hoping, if nothing else, I thought Mig's unluckily on the other side of the bracket in Estrella. I would have liked to seen the other way, but damn, that was really good PVZ too. So we're gonna look at Dark versus Percival. Nina's pretty good. No, Nina has been out of practice a bit, okay? That's all it is. We're not flaming any players or anybody here. But at the same time, Estrella is quite good. Like, let's be real here. Estrella is quite good. Estrella is our NA Protoss Hopium right now in terms of what we got left for Premier tournaments, I guess. How you doing, Jenkins? How you doing, OS Gluckson? M. Canning's #1. Well, M. Canning's a GOAT. I love M. Canning. M. Canning's in this. I hope he casts some week. He's usually screaming at these hours, spawning in the bottom right corner of Gressfan. Give it up for Dragon Kitesy Gaming's Dark in the red. And his opponent in the upper left, he's blue. Give it up for Percival. I don't know why I'm doing this shit for my camera. I might get Yeti in to cast with me. And Akitos Mabi's casting too. I should ask him. Wait, I gotta check and see if he's okay. Because if he's not in a lobby... that would be unlucky. He's streaming as well. Wow, that's rude, OS GSL. OGSL Exxon. I don't know, man. Don't be rude, dude. Nina's way superior of a Zerg player. And maybe you could beat me in PvP, but I don't know. I beat Skylar. How many times have you beaten Skylar lately, bud? Betcha less than me. Or Shuey. So I don't know how I'd rank you. You're just better at PvP. You're just more of a primate than me. See, I just shut you right down. You're putting me and Nina lower than you. Shot you right down, bud. Like a bad drop, like a bad habit, chat. JJ. Alright, this is interesting from Percival. He is going Barracks Factory at the low ground, so his tech's gonna be exposed. It's against Dark, so he's not even scouting. Look at this. What is Percival doing? Did he force a Roach Warren out of Dark? This is bad shit. Guys, this is actually... I like this from... I never would expect Percival to do this. This is some cool shit. Alright, what do we got going on here? Dark getting some queens out. He's doing some things. Let's see what happens. All right. Marines going in to get some stuff here too. Yeah, well, it's a reactor mostly. He's doing a standard opener. He's just walling with this against roaches though, but he doesn't know what's up. He didn't get any scout. So if we look into Percival's vision, see, he has no information over here. He has no idea what's going on here. Here, no idea what thirds are taken. So that's the issue. All right, here we go. Roaches are walking. They're going to be scouted by the Hellions. There's not going to be much here, but guess what? The roaches and Ravagers are just pure roaches. Going to hit before, but it is a fusion core battle cruiser attempt. But against Dark, that's it. If it was other Zerg, I'd say, but not Dark. Dark do like his early roach aggro. And Hellions don't do so well against roaches. The roaches are slowly making their way in. There's Ravagers to help with the bust. Dark doesn't have a read on what's going on outside of it, but I don't think it's going to matter. I like that there's a Marauder. The bunker will finish, but the reactor's going down. I mean, that's not the most important stuff, but it's going to take a year for a battle cruiser. I do like the fact that there's a Banshee coming down behind this. That's pretty good stuff. But Dark is just pulverizing his way in here. Oh my god. Marauders coming in. Hellions coming. We'll see what happens. Oof. You guys, Anakitos Mabi's casting on this too, by the way. Anakitos. He's a Grandmaster Protoss. Well, Masters 1 Grandmaster. He's hit Grandmaster, but recently, I'm not sure where he's at the moment, but he's low GM Protoss player. What good buddy of mine. Alright, well, this Ravager's getting 15 workers. Yeah, Percival, kind of in a build order counter, but I think he kind of did that to himself. I would have liked Percival playing safer, even if he did the same build, but just kind of set up more standard. I feel like he would have had a better job holding. He lost a lot. Let's be real. Dark just getting his third hatch. But he has 2 base saturation plus. He actually has almost 3 base saturation. He's going to be able to take both these gases. And he is going to be able to saturate this pretty much immediately. Not fully, but still the fact that he's getting all that he needs. Go on layer is on the way for Dark as well. That being said, 3rd CC's coming. The Banshee's out. The battle cruiser is not going to... Well, there's just not enough money for a BC. 3rd CC on the way. I don't know. The spores are going out. Honestly, I think he should have stayed with the battle. Okay, he is going to. He just didn't have the money. There wasn't really much he could do, but he went for a 3rd CC. He didn't have the gas. Well, guess what? There's not even much to contend with that. Banshee's trying to get some value. Do get a couple of drones, but he has to be careful. Banshees do a lot of DPS, but they can't take too many queen shots, and they are completely trapped. These are not cloaked Banshees, and they're going to go down. Oh, both Banshees are dead. Look at the losses. That is very rough for Mr. Dark. All right, Overlord, hello. Battle cruiser scouted. Spire's going down. And how many queens do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 queens. That is a good amount for one battle cruiser. It is looking very rough for Mr. Percival. Percival is just so far behind now. That's, I'd say it's a little unlucky, but I think he was trying to... He was trying to pull something cool out. He's against Dark. He's got to be really nervous. Percival's a hell of a Terran player, though. I think if he just did this in his base, he'd have a better shot. Because he would have had a scout. He didn't have any scout, so that information is not as good. That's for sure. BC getting 6 drones. Trying to get an Overlord or something, but the Queen's even transfusing. He's forcing some energy, I guess. He's going to be damn annoying with it. Battle cruiser is on cooldown for teleport. Does he go and try to check for the 4th? He is. All right, I like this. At least he is going to check for the 4th base. Creep being spread here. All right, Magfield, Accelerator, Cyclones. Are we watching Percival or are we watching Special? But Special wouldn't build on a low ground like that. Special would be the kind of guy I'd expect to do this build a little more than Percival or Gumiho, really. But I'm kind of glad to see Percival try some stuff we're not used to seeing him do. So hats off to him. It's a bold move against Dark. Oh wait, the Ravager survives. Oh, well, never mind. It is going to go down before it even hatches. It's Hellions and Magfield, well, not Magfield Accelerator Cyclones, but just Cyclones. The Hellions were getting targeted, not the Cyclones. That's actually going to help. Mass Corruptors coming in for the BCs. Wanted to jump on top of it. Does the other one finish? He may want to just cancel this. I don't know. I always feel like he should cancel the BC, even though it's a tough call. It's honestly a tough call. GG is called. Dark takes it. And a bit of a, I'd say build order counter, but like that was feeling a little rough for poor Percival right there. Yeah, that was feels bad, man. So that was a mech game. That one went a little bit, but I'm feeling like these games are just getting sprinted today. I wish Dark did some different builds against Estrella there, but I do wish Percival at least pulled something a little different. Dark doesn't make mistakes? No, he doesn't. Dark, wow. Yeah, Dark is always going in with a game plan. That I agree with Marku. Guys, please do us a favor. Consider becoming a patron for KSL. And also, see that little link right there? So we have a $3,000 plus. It's depending on if, at the least, everything's maintained as it is. We should have a $3,000 and hopefully up to $5,000 tournament with a qualifier. It looks like we're set for the 3. I'm pretty sure of that. We may have a $5,000 plus, could be even more, tournament this summer. It's going to be 3 days with a qualifier, and there's actually going to be some money for It's looking like, I don't want to jinx it if everything goes well. It's just rough right now because the ESL Masters for some of it. But anyway, spawning in the upper right-hand corner. My computer's lagging. My face just froze from that game. Spawning in the upper right-hand corner. Again, I'm repeating myself. Of Royal Blood. Give it up for Dark from Dragon Kitesy Gaming. And his opponent in the bottom left, he's blue. He is our underdog. Can he give us a Rocky 2 rather than a Rocky 1? Can he come back and go, yo, Adrian? Give it up for our blue Terran player. It is Percival. He is going for Proxy Racks. Unfortunately, against a, well, pool first Dark. So he's probably going to go for Roaches again, but it's Dark. Let's hope it's not Roaches, at least. I mean, there's a lot of things you can do with the pull first, which is a build order counter. But we're into some spice this game. Dark is going for, I think that was a 14 pool. No, it may have just been a 12, 13 or 14 or 12 pool. I don't know. I wasn't paying attention. Apologies. It is Friday. I'm having a few brewskis. I'm chilling with chat. I guess. There's no proxy hatch this game. There's no scout again. Dark is looking for proxy racks, though. Let's take a look at the path thing. It's out of the path thing. It's just proxy 2 racks, though. Double gas behind this. All right, interesting. It is going to be... Oh, yeah, it's going to be a roach rush. That's a lot of legs. SCV is going to tip the hat to where the proxy is. You can't drop... Oh, God, this is unlucky. Percival, you're in a lot of trouble. Maybe. Maybe. Oh, it's 2 racks Reaper. Okay, that is going to get hurt by the roaches, but it is going to buy some time for some of this. Just the fact that there's Lings there's one thing, but there is going to be a factory. All right, so he can just not overcommit to Reapers. He's fine. There is a Queen out, but 2 Reapers. Let's see if he flies back. Link's putting some pressure on. Reaper's going to make its way back to defend. Percival just going to keep it there. Bunker coming up, but there's 5 roaches in production. A lot's going to need to get done with a little. Yeah, this is not looking good for Percival. I'm not going to lie. Oh, mamma mia. The bunker's canceled at least. This is about as good as he can do. He needs to keep the Reaper. He needs every unit he can keep alive right now. Wait, Reaper, Percival, kill. Why is he doing this? He's nervous. He wants to. Yeah, actually, he's trying to keep all the Reapers alive too. So I think he was looking elsewhere. But still, he needed those minerals too. There's no tech lab back here. There's nothing going on. It's just Reapers going back against roaches. I don't like that. Oh, the tech lab's gonna try to come the roaches on the way. Reapers catching some of the flank. The Hellion out. I would have rather a Widow Mine, but you're kind of between a rock and a hard place at this point. Kind of a bit of a build order counter. This game is kind of a bit of a build order counter. I mean, when you're already at a bit of a skill differential, to say the least, against a Zerg who can play very standard but chooses to play the game how he wants, no matter what. I feel like Percival was in a bit of trouble with doing that against Dark, because Dark seems like he just wants to win the money tonight. Dark's not won one of these. He's one of the few that's made it the semifinals in a bunch of weeks, but not made first place. It's killing me up though. Oh, the 2 Lings are here though. Hellion, hello. Oh, the Lings can get a lot of damage. I like the salvage. All right, this is a very ahead Dark right now, but the 2 Lings are gonna make a big difference. Well, nice catch from Percival, but still, it's a lot of lost mining time. Tech Lab going down. It's a very 1 base, 2-on-1, like Wings of Liberty style. Terran, that being said, if he should target. Wait, he's gonna try to get the roaches. Percival's doing his damnedest. Percival is doing as good as he can. It's about all I can say. Yeah. It's just a little brutal. He's getting a Hellion again? Oh my god. He's gonna try to expand behind this. Dark only loses like 3 people. No, I'm not faulting Percival. Percival's playing so well. It's just kind of like doing this stuff against Dark, and when he's playing it, he knows Percival a little bit. He doesn't, like, not necessarily, he may not always pay attention to the builds. Percival hasn't been playing as much lately too, but like, there's a few things going against Percival, but Dark is looking like he wants to get that, money. And not just him, Cure too. Cure's done very well in some of these too. Viking's gonna help a bit. The Overlords are look at the Overlords trying to rush back and retreat still. So truthfully, if Percival, I almost wouldn't have hated another Viking, as dumb as that sounds, but I don't know about this low ground CC. Barracks going to scout. Barracks returning back home, but there's too many roaches coming across the map already. This looks like this is gonna be another unlucky series. Yeah, I would have liked to seen some, honestly, Dark versus Estrella. Estrella actually played incredibly well on there too, but Percival is a really good player. You can tell he's just trying anything because he's playing against Dark. GG, and Dark takes it. Still, Percival should feel proud. You know, we actually had a good amount of players. We had 25 people sign up. Hero did, he checked in and he actually forfeited at the end. Maybe he was just hoping to win 20 bucks and hope it just went to the round of 8, but no, I'm just teasing. Hero checked in, we saw him for a second, then he disappeared. But Percival actually made it to the semifinals, so Hero is on the spot. Guys, if you have a few dollar dues, want to help out the codes, !KSL. Normally I have !Matrino. I don't know if it's in there. You can add a few bucks into this. Thanks for the follow, Premier.
Giddy up.
Thanks for the follow. 0. By the way, this is a weekly again. Apologize, I'm a little tired. Yeah, this is a weekly tournament. It's a $400 weekly funded by the community of Starcraft. Chicken Man, Steadfast, Anikitos, Mahdi's on in English. The Cranky Ducklings are on. Yeah, they are. For English casters. Alexander Enke in Spanish. We have Caster Maddox and usually Into the Inno in Korean. Nathanius was casting, but sometimes when he could, but he's starting to feel like he's not feeling it for live casts. Winter and local, you'll see replays from this on. Wardy cast from replays, but we'll see what happens to the bigger stuff. We're hoping to get our toast this one night as a paid caster when we have Maru and stuff, but we've had some sick ones. Check out my YouTube, by the way, too. We've had all sorts of upsets and crazy things. So, yeah, please do scope it out. That being said, we have another series. It's Classic versus Dark. Ooh, Classic's made it, both of these guys. I'm excited for this, actually. Considering how fast this one went, we've had some, they usually have been going pretty quick, but we've had some that have had banger games. Loco's Game of the Year, that has the most views of this year's videos, is one of the KSL replays. But consider being a patron. Guys, we are at about 2,000 something now. We were pulling $3,000. Our biggest patron went down. We also have the SummerSlam coming. A $3,000 to $5,000. We're marking it as 3. It's going to be higher. We already have some people in, but we're hoping it's all about. But yeah, I really appreciate it, guys. But that's going to be big. It could end up being really big. It could end up being a little less. We don't know. All these guys are awarded OSC points, which is the Online Sports Championship. And yeah. How you doing, TRV? Is this Nightbot yours? Yes. It is my Nightbot. No, wait, what do you mean Nightbot? Nightbot's not my Nightbot. It's a public use. No, I didn't make Nightbot. I update. It is my own, yes, like for my channel, but no, I didn't make it. We're in the grand finals at less than 2 hours. And Percival did at least make to that point. Oh boy. I may get Yeti in here if Chicken Man don't want to. I can ask Anikitos. But guys, make sure you check out Anikitos too. Anikitos Mavi here. Boom, 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 boom. He's another one. Chicken Man. My partner in crime, Chicken Man, does this. Caster Maddox and Korean. Into the Inno didn't do it tonight. Again, ESL Masters is going on Gizrov. All right, so anyway, we're getting into this. I'm gonna let them do that. I'll be right back. Okay, guys. I promise you this. We're to the grand finals, and I should have done this earlier. So, guys, with me, we have the Kirktown Star League. You ready for this? Well, Spock. Oh, well, Spock. Okay, goddammit. Well, Spock. I think that, this is going to be a clean game from both of them. It's going to be a very macro game. Why, Jim? That is illogical. I'm pretty sure Dark never cheeses. This is going to be a very long series, and it won't be a bop. We're going to end up in a 2-hour best of 5. No. Alright, anyway. How did I get so good at macros? What do you mean about macros? Getting good at macro, TRV? Do I've played you on ladder, probably. Or on custom or something. I got these in main randomly. I saw them. I'm like, finger puppets, but they're actually magnets. But I saw that they can act as finger puppets, and I'm like, I was going to plan something, and I didn't. I forgot. I luckily remembered to use them at the last minute, though. Somebody clip that shit. So I can be embarrassed for the rest of my life like I usually am. Oh, fuck. This VOD's gonna suck. The games are quick. The games are spicy, but thank you all. This week's a little bit of a rough one. These guys have been bouncing in and out of stuff. We have ESL Masters going on and a lot of stuff. Was saving screenshot? Well, a clip might have been funnier just to embarrass me, but... Chicken Man is not going to be casting the finals with me because I had a few beverages. You guys can tell Chicken Man I'm doing pretty good, though. I might get Yeti Spaghetti in with me, spawning in the upper left-hand corner of Neo Humanity in the blue. Give it up for Dragon Kitesy Gaming's Dark. I might get Anakitos. And his opponent in the bottom right, he's red. Give it up for Classic. Maybe I'll get Anakitos Mavi in here. If he's down. Somebody, Yeti should join me. There's no Terrence. Kira got bought by Classic, guys. Classic wants blood. That's actually pretty wild. Classic is a really good Protoss player. So let me look at the bracket while we're between this. He does force a forward-facing batch. Wow, that actually can work against him. Dark taking advantage of the map. Look at this, guys. Dark going for the Rich Vespine first. Classic opening pretty standard. It's looking like a very standard opener. He's thinking Classic may be debated here. He set Dark up to something cheeky because you know Dark's going to exploit this Rich Vespine gas. This is a crazy game, actually, already to start out the best of 5 grand finals of the Korean Starcraft League, week 11. Mona Mi Gene Sim, thank you for clipping that. Blank, thank you for taking a screenshot. I appreciate you guys. There's gonna be more of that. I just forgot I had them. They're just background shit normally, and I forgot. Thank you too, Blank. Double screenshots. Or double clips, rather. Well, the casting sucks, the observing sucks. I could probably follow somebody else, but to be honest, why? Why even bother? Why even bother? You were saving screenshot. Oh, the good stuff here. Well, you guys tag teamed it. Gene Sim came in first on the other thing. Blank got the screenshot immediately, just in case. He uses a Commodore 64. You'll have to excuse him, guys. I'm only teasing. Thank you so much. I press tab for that, and then I mean, I control group some disruptors. I control group sometimes is why. TRV. Anyway, who cares about my games right now when we're in the grand finals? I mean, some people be like, Dave, you should be smashing that ladder, but not casting professional Korean StarCraft. You're not good at either, so you might as well give us some entertainment when these guys are giving us some entertainment. This is a pretty standard dark time thing, but he's gonna have the Rich Vespine at his disposal. That's the difference, and it's hopefully gonna be scouted. The adepts are delayed. Lings are coming out. Ling speed's coming. Actually, this is gonna be scouted for sure, but regardless, well, is it though? It's gonna be an Oracle opener, so a pretty standard Stargate opener from our Protoss player against a very cheeky Dark, who is gonna surround the adepts and definitely get one. Second one does escape, but it's looking pretty rough. The natural expansion of Mr. Dark is now his third base as our Protoss player continues on. We'll see what happens here. All right, we do have the Twilight Council going down. Double Gate going as well. Oracle going in as well. Behind it. Okay, what? Classic just killed the larva and got out of there. Classic's mauling. The chin toss, guys. The largest chin in StarCraft right here. Mr. Classic is going for third base. A little delayed from the hero build, if you will, but Dark is going right into roaches. It is a classic Dark strategy. Pun intended. Alright, I don't know if I like this. This is actually a classic build. He's going Resonating Glaives against Dark. Dark's a guy that usually likes roaches. He can play a very standard ZVP sometimes at this time when he's feeling... I feel like he was kind of bullying Estrella because of the ping, but Estrella actually was doing some sick micro. Even to the comment of Dark. Classic's got to figure something out. He's got a third base. He's not like full all-in committed. It's just 3-gate glaive. It's not 4-gate glaive. But he's not going to have a robotics facility for a while. He's not going to have much to contend with a bunch of it. And Dark's a big fan of all-ins, which aren't really all-ins because, well, he just knows how to transition after. Dark just pushing across with the roaches. I like the stalkers out. Okay, the stalkers are something, but is it going to be enough? There's the 2 oracles. I would have liked to seen like a void ray or something, but there's a queen walk or another oracle, maybe a phoenix even for a queen. Probably just oracles. He's gonna get stalkers. Another oracle would have been. Oh, he gets his one of the Ravagers morphing. 2 of the Ravagers morphing. That's actually huge. He's actually cleaning up a lot of the roaches. Classic Doing a good job over here. He is away from the shield batteries, but one finishes. Classic's doing a hell of a job cleaning this up. Now these roaches forced to be into Ravagers. The thing is, Ravagers get the biles, but when the army supply dwindles, Dark's looking all in. He has metabolic boost, so there are speedlings. But that being said, the lings are the problem more than roaches at this point, because that's all that's in production behind this. A Void Ray's trying to get out. One of the batteries falls. Classic's kind of trapped, and it's just kind of sad. He's been doing so good. He actually did a pretty crazy sick defense. Classic walling off here. He knows he might lose the base, but this is possibly game for a bit. There was a Twilight Council. What I would have liked to seen, guys, let's take a look at the structures. I would have liked to seen a Dark Shrine. So there was a Twilight Council built. No bling, no charge. This is textbook Dark Shrine. This is reminding me of the old, it's how the game is now. Oh no, the Void Ray goes down, the Adepts are out of position. Some are warped in, but one Corrosive Bile even could be rough in any area, but okay, nice evasion from Classic. This is a textbook case where I'm even talking about stuff forgetting it. A man who loves DTs more than none other is forgetting. DTs would have been the answer. To be honest with you, GD is called Dark Takes It. A Dark Shrine is not a conventional play, but when you're in a non-conventional situation, at least getting a Void Ray out, I think Classic would have held. That was such a good defense, and unfortunately, he was picked apart. What's up, Drew? Oh. Oh man, that was a spicy one. All right, guys. All right, hang on. All right, spawning in the upper left-hand corner of Gressvan. In the blue. Representing Dragon Kitesy Gaming. Give it up for Dark. And his opponent in the bottom right. He is down a point. Give it up for Classic in the red. So, I don't know. I'm just thinking of stuff. I was going to describe this tournament to the other casters, because there's a lot of people in the KSL Discord. Whether or not we get everybody on, I'm hoping. I still haven't... I don't think Pig's casted any of her stuff. Maybe Pig's a little underwhelmed with things, but Pig's a patron, or was. To give you an idea of the talent involved outside of the players. The players, it's the full stack region of Korean Starcraft. SOS said he... SOS, I hope he surprises us. I might have to see if I can debate him. I'd say twist his arm, but he said he had a wrist injury. And that's why he's not really playing as much right now. Could be the time, but it's one of my Starcraft goals is to get SOS. Now that he came out of retirement, he's one of the few players I couldn't catch. Probably one of the biggest innovators in strategy for Protoss. In my opinion, anyway. I mean, what other guy does proxy nexus into DTs? Well, Classic, somebody who's also a bit of an innovator too in his own way. He comes up with... He has his own styles. I wouldn't say he's the most emulated always, but he's certainly a man with class and style and the biggest chin. But anyway, Dark, again, bringing us another game that's not as cheeky as before, honestly. He's staying on gas, though. It's going to be scouted. It's 4 lings, 2 queens. I think this is the most standard game we've seen out of Dark tonight. I almost feel like Dark's last build relied on Classic, expecting a macro game when everything looked normal. And this is actually technically kind of in the meta in a lot of servers. Dark's playing a macro game. He's just going metabolic before hatch. That's it. Nothing too cheeky, but... Yeah, with AoE zone? Yeah. Back in the day, for sure. Classic's done some stuff, but overall, I'm saying as far as stuff... We're not talking like Zest. You know what I'm saying? Like, in terms of players that came up with, and like, strategies, you know? I know BN gets snubbed for not usually coming up with some of the stuff, but BN's came up with quite a bit, too. Brought StarCraft 2 back to normality. Well, that's the thing, though. Like, I like spicy stuff. We're in Korean StarCraft. I love the fact that we're getting some cheese. I just wish this wasn't a bop. I'm thankful. Honestly, I'm thankful for tonight. We had a lot of upsets. I just wish, I was kind of hoping Migs and Vindicta, I said the same guy. Estrella and Migs had a little easier time tonight. They both played really well. Migs felt a little build order countery. He did get a little cheeky in game 2. Estrella played really well, and he got really cheesed. And then after the Dark's against Dark, though, if it was another Zerg, I think he would have been fine. But Dark he's always got a good follow up. And I think if Stray if he went Robo instead, I think he would have been fine. But it's hard to make that transition after what he held. Anyway, game number 2 of the grand finals. We are into some Ling harass denial. Why is he sending both oracles when Dark... He saw the Lings. Okay, good. He's coming back. He's coming back, guys. Oh, beautiful. Not even using any energy. It's scare tactics. He's buying time. He's getting some more adepts. The adepts are out of position, but he does have 4 of them. 1 is in the wall. Look at this. I love this. This is Korean StarCraft right here. Dark and Classic. Classic is also... a G, man. I will say, listen, man, Classic has been a showman as well in his own ways. I was gonna say, pulling out some cheeky strats from time to time, like 2019. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You like Void Rushes? Well, this is the wrong patch for that, pal. They aren't as rushed, and you can rush them, but... I know you like Void Rushes. Blank likes Void Rushes. Chat, do me a favor, smash that follow button. Also, subscribe to my YouTube. You're gonna get a lot of shitty stuff like this, and sometimes when I try hard in casting, and I almost sound like a caster. And, I am gonna be working on a cartoon, too, separately. With people from the StarCraft community. It's gonna be a Nidus. Oh, God. Dark's coming in. With a big Roach Ling Queen Nidus on 3 bases. So is this a macro game? I guess. Dark's Overlord and Ling. He's not even using an Overlord. He's just using a Ling for... This is such a Dark move. Oh! The Oracle doesn't catch it! The Oracle almost... Wait, he's gonna see it now! Oracle! He's gonna start getting some DPS, but realistically, he probably could have used it for a stasis ward or something. Immediately, there were 3 he knows something aggressive's coming. There's so many Lings on this side, though. So the entire army isn't there, but the Roach Ravager And the Queens, the meat of the army, is over there. It's 16 Lings in production behind. This is kind of scary. Blink is not done yet. That's the scarier point. There are 2 photon cannons. Okay, Big Daddy Immortal has arrived. Battery overcharge is activated and it's denied. I thought those were all shield batteries. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. Blink is still not done. These stalkers are in a lot of trouble. The Lings are going to choke them up and force them to catch a lot of corrosive biles. With the photon cannons coming. Classic actually was sick defense. The photon cannons helping actually a bit. But we saw Estrella when different kinds of leads, but this is way more committed than the game's Dark played against Estrella in a way. Except that he has 3 hatches earlier and more drones. He has more drones. Like, Dark is not on an economy that you can just gawk at. He's still in this by all means. Forces Classic to do a mass blink because that would have just been too much to individually micro those stalkers. I'm not joking. Like, that really would have been in that situation. He had a lot to keep alive. Let's take a look at the trades. In favor of... well, Classic right now, but Dark's gonna just take a 4th behind this just to add insult to injury. Classic not able to do so. He's been macroing behind it though pretty well. He is going into double robo facility disruptor. He's got his robotics bay on the way. Well underway at that. Not getting charged, which you know, you gotta make your decisions, but I almost feel like you can never underestimate the power of Dark going into more Lings surround your stalkers, but without Archons it could be a problem. But I don't think we're going into Colossi. We could, but I'm thinking it's going to be okay. We are going. Look at this. Dave is way wrong. Oh, is he going into disruptors? He's not sure. So this is the bitch. He is going into Colossi. We see extended thermal lance come before. That was his cancel. He wanted to get extended thermal lance. Make sure he had that for his Colossi. So he's going Blink Stalker Colossi. At this timing in the state of the game, I don't hate it. Classic's ahead on workers. He's dropped the 4th base. Dark obviously going to have his before. But Classic's trying to get some footing, get some timing, deny some creep spread. Because that's one thing Dark will not be able to have is a lot of creep spread. Still, there's a lot of Lings in the map. Decent amount of Lings. Colossi will be good against them. Still, I just hope we see more than 2 Colossi and it's a transition to disruptors as well because of the Roach Rev. Okay, Big Daddy Immortal is dropped. It's a little bit of aggression. I hope this isn't over an extension because this is the entirety of our Protoss army, and here comes the Lings from behind. This is what I'm saying about charge lots and stuff. Colossi are great. He gets a recall of some of these. He needs to keep everything he can together and whatever he can together. Just got the pylon over there is going to buy some time. 2 Colossi are out, extended thermal lens coming. The photon cannon gonna buy just a little bit of time, but the army is kind of all over the place. This is all Roach and 1 Ravager. Ravager isn't targeted. Bile's gonna land. Oh, and eat a bit of the middle. That said, Bile's coming behind as well, but there's too many Roaches. It's just Colossi, no disruptors. Again, I would have rather seen disruptors in this game. I don't hate Colossi, but I mean, like, when you're against Roaches and you're relying on the Blink Stalkers, he holds. I mean, he's not dead and he's ahead on workers. But anything's possible. It's this Classic's game to win. I'm stuck on our upgrades, but here come the disruptors now. Dark is actually quite behind. He is 51 workers in, but he's just gonna have this drone cycle come through right after the push. Still Classics, basically, yeah, he's 4 base, 4 base, and 8 gas saturated. Pretty much, kind of, sort of. His saturation's a little whatever, but from everything that's happened, he's doing good on upgrades. He's on +3. Dark going into +2, going into disruptors. Classic is doing okay. It's just like, it's weird to think of the game at this state. Dark has such an army supply lead, even though Classic is kind of ahead. Let's take a look at the income. Classic's not just kind of ahead, he's insanely ahead except for the army supply. The problem is well, this army needs to get deleted. Good thing is Roaches aren't Marines. Ravagers aren't Marines. And Marauders for that matter. You can't just stim them away. But if you take the fights off creep, you have certainly a higher success rate of landing a Purification Nova than against Terran. Alright, that being said, I like the static defense. Oh, Dark! Look at this cheeky play. He's hiding. That's such a classic Dark. Well, classic Dark move. It's classic and Dark, but we actually have a classic Dark move. Disruptor's coming in clutch. I think Classic might actually have this one unless he throws Dark's maxed out. But Classic has to be careful just not to lose this expensive-ass army. He didn't get charged. Like, that's what I'm saying. He definitely could have afforded charge now. It's mostly against potential for... No, he doesn't... Yeah, it's actually a good read. I am way wrong. Because Dark didn't make that committal to Lings. At some point, you want to tech into it. He's just staying on those 4 bases, hunkering down because he knows Dark's economy's out there. GG's called. Classic. With some great defense. Pretty wild stuff. I was fucking wrong as shit. Because I didn't think Dark was going to commit that much to the assault. That's the thing. Dark can do that. He'll either tech out, but notice he's playing against Classic. He gets in comp. If he played like he did against Estrella, I think he would have had a better shot at that game. But, like, Classic was set up there, and that's why I was just thinking, oh, no, you know, Dark's going to make some transition. He didn't. I'm waiting for a transition that never happened. He never switched to Hydra Lurker or into a Hive with Vipers, period, is what I'm getting at. Or into a Bling strat. Totally not the case. Totally not the case. All right. And here we are. The score is 1-1. And we are on Ancient Cistern, spawning in the upper right-hand corner in the blue. Get up for Dragon Kitesy Gaming's Dark. And his opponent in the bottom left in the red. Give it up for Classic. All right. And Dark immediately going for a proxy hatch. He's just going right by the Korean Starcraft League logo. Guys, what pisses me off is I got that right. It was so easy for me to do the first time. I'm trying to make like a Chicken Man Testa one and a Dave Testa one and all different tournament logos. I'm like, I knocked it out so easy. And I cannot recreate this. Let's see if Classic falls victim to what he did in game number 1. How you doing, the pro? Are you the Prue? Winnie the Prue? Winnie the Prue. Winnie the Prue. Classic thinks Dark's gonna take a hatch, but he says screw you. Oh wait, this was against Estrella. The same map. Map dependent Classic. Very smartly changes his tune. Oh, he's going for a forge too. Doing okay, bud. I remember you from a ways back. The pro. I hope you're liking the KSL. It's always different every week, and that makes me happy, actually. This one was a little quick, but at the same time, when it's this late, it doesn't matter. We still have a finals going on, but it seems like this one was really rushed to the finals. But they've all been, when I think about it, pretty. Photon cannon and battery going down. Oh, 2 I love Classic is not afraid to drop extra photon cannons. I love it. And I love the fact that he dropped the pylon here. So Lings are coming, but the pylon blocks a hatch at the... So he gets the block still. And there is some investment here. And even if the Queen's canceled, that's 150 minerals tied up. Still, Classic canceling the... Oh, God, I love that he canceled the photon cannon. Classic's so good. He doesn't retain the probe. I'm thinking like Diamond League. No, I'm joking around. You're like, Dave? Yeah, I don't know. But, I mean, we've had Maru Pro for I just called you Pro. Do I like this now? Alright, we had a bit of a problem. I think Maverick had some kind of emergency going on, so he had to go. I just stuck because I had his stream open. Alright, Zealots in a depth trying to hold. This is actually Glass Cannon holding away, even though he didn't rush a Nexus or nothing. The Adept's gonna shade back. Will the Adept survive? Yes, he will! Bam! Classic's gotta be feeling okay about this, but he did lose. Okay, Sentry, yeah, Dark's still committed to Ling, so Sentry gonna come in clutch, but Classic. I don't know, 2 photon cannons. Dark can't really do much right there, but he needs to get some momentum. So he's stuck in this. He's going into another Sentry. He's going to go into... Is he going to go into something like the Soul Train, but with 1 gateway? That's the question. He does have a shield battery a little far back, and nothing to really do DPS to a Queen. A Stalker and a Sentry and a Sentry. He's like, bro, draw? Draw? Hello? Alright, let's see what happens here. Dark now on 3 hatches, but Classic did manage to get another. Yeah, he's going for the Soul Train pretty much. In a weird timing. I almost feel like, I don't know. Like, it was a good hold, and then there were some mistakes made, but I'm not saying I would do better, obviously. These guys are really good. It's Dark and Classic. But simply put, these do be pro Korean Starcraft players. But that being said, I think could be an issue for Classic, but he's still got a good worker count. Dark's obviously going to be able to capitalize on some of it, but he committed a lot. Let's take a look at what was lost. It's actually almost dead even, funnily enough. 600 minerals to 599, but that's a hatchery and a drone for Dark. I'm more of a hero fan. Same time, some of the stuff Classic does, it depends on the situation. As a defender, I feel like Classic's obviously the better player. Overall, I'm more of a hero fan. But Classic, sometimes he has, when Classic cheeks it out, he is probably, I can say I've had times where I've liked Classic a little better. In terms of, even for really creative stuff. He has creative, I feel like he's a better defender or a really unique, I don't know. He's a good PvZ player. I don't know about his PvT lately. Yeah, it's sick force fields. He plays, he's a bit of a traditionalist, right? A hero, kind of just constantly adapting and evolving. He's like the definition of Primate Protoss, and that's exactly what I am. So, I feel like there's a little bit of bias in my part there with Hero, but not really. He's just so aggressive, and I wish I was more aggressive, but Hero's, when I'm playing aggressive, I win games. I just need to remember to play like Hero. That's what I'm getting at. Anyway, Zealot's getting surrounded. But Classic is still a fucking monster. He's kind of in a weird spot, but he's in a good, okay spot. He's got a Disruptor going out in a Prism. I just hope he goes for Roaches when he does. There's a lot of Lings in this army. A decent amount of Roaches, but there's going to be a Disruptor behind this defend. I just hope that Classic doesn't overextend. Dark's going very high committal again. He's down on workers. Classic need only hold. But the thing is, he does have some tools in this game. He's going for third base. Disruptor only catches a singular heckin' Ravager. That's very unlucky. for the Chin Toss himself, Mr. Giga Chad Chin. Classic. Welcome, Nika. Jinjin, how are you doing today, too, by the way? And how is Nika today? All right. Oh, man, these biles hitting hard. See what happens. This is Gravitic Drive War Prism. We've been seeing more of the Prism memes lately. The Disruptor body blocking against some of the shots, not taking the hit. Actually, decent target firing from Dark. And some of that. Ah, classic. GG. Has a beautiful start, and we'll see what happens. Doing okay, bud. Be doing all right. Be doing a little bit of height. I don't know. Like, when you guys ask me that stuff, it's weird. Hero is honestly my overall favorite of the two, but Classic is somebody that's near and dear to my heart. And I brought up 2019 for a reason. You know, I like my DTs with base bling stuff. When it was Classic versus Rogue. That was an interesting game. He did a proxy pylon shadow stride upgrade, and at the time that's what I was doing all the time in a lot of matchups. Something similar. So Classic is definitely a player I really like. It's when we're in there. Like I said, we are waiting for someone. And we'll be going on to game number 4. So Dark is up on a 2-1 lead. If Dark wins this match, he takes it. Hey, Bets. Betters. Come here, baby. I wonder about my cat. I don't want cat hair on this, but... What do you think of this guy, Mitters? Huh? You are a logical being, Mr. Spock. Meh. We're just waiting for a player. I don't know. We're waiting for someone. So in the meantime, we play with finger puppets. It's Kirktown. Kirktown. Okay. Inverted mirror. I just gotta look at the camera and just hope for the best. So I've guitar casted. I'm gonna pretend a finger puppet cast. I actually want to get a hand puppet like fucking Conky in the Trailer Park Boys. You know what I'm saying? Bubbles is oh shit. All right. Based. I could actually get us started sooner. That was my bad. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going into what could be the last game of the night. Unless Classic pulls it back, it's going to take him 2 games to come up. And speaking of which, we are on Royal Blood for game number 4. You know what? I am going to shift. No, I'm not going to shift gears. Spawning in the upper right-hand corner in the blue. He's got the spiny droney boys. Give it up for Dragon Kitesy Gaming's Dark. Mr. Cheese Lover of Korea. And his opponent in the bottom left. He's red. He's Protoss. Give it up for Classic, who's sending a probe and doesn't have another one rallied before the pylon because he really wants to get a hatch block. It's Classic. All right, let's see what happens here. A nice deflection from the hatch from Classic, but is it? I think in this map, it's probably gonna get a more standard game. Oh, Dark. Dark's shit baiting him. Is he gonna go for a pool first, or is he just okay? Classic's. He's toying with Classic. Ah, he's able to get the hatch at a decent time. Little delayed, so it's still in the favor of Classic for that from just a standard opener. He is playing against Dark, but still, that was some master-minded strategy from Dark. A master class in getting under your opponent's skin if you're a Zerg player from our blue spiny boy. Oh, yo, look at that! The drone with the gas, even playing with the probe, but the probe is going to regenerate its shields. Spawning pool coming down, and let's be a standard opener on the other side of the map. It is just going to be a 2-structure wall. Royal Blood, you can do that from Classic. Wow. Anyway, probe's going to be annoying. He's going to force some lost mining time. We'll see what Dark's play is. He likes to get that metabolic first, even if he's playing a macro game. We'll see. This time there's no proxy hatches. Nothing too sinister. Say double queen, double sets of Ling opener from Dark. Classic gonna scout for a third. He's gonna scout for yet another third base. And we'll see what happens here. Just a little bit of ring around the rosies. Is he going to delay on the third base? No, because guess what? Oh, he does! He's going to lose the probe, but he gets that delay. A sweet little bit of victory for losing a probe for the Protoss, and the Adept's going to shade over. Does he land the oh, he almost denies the third again. Cancels the pylon. That ends up being worth it as long as he keeps this Adept. Weird trade. So right here, an income advantage. Yes, it's not been that long. The graph's ticking for Classic right now. Looks to be a macro opener at least. Oracle coming out for Classic. Woof. We'll see what happens. Ling's coming in. It's just a bunch of drones. Yeah, this is totally a macro game on a Dark, at least opener. He may get to like a 66 drone count or something. We'll see what the play is, but he's been known to just go into what I call the solar style of Zerg, the solar style of Zerg. Which basically would be +1 melee openers. Wayne, aka Rattata, aka Vanya, the man formerly known as all three names. Wayne's World, if you will. Another Zerg player. Many Zergs do it too. Mixer's been doing it. Like all the Zergs have been doing that +1 melee lately, but it's not the case. The Roach Warren's fallen up. So Dark may have a strat. He may be playing very aggressively into Roaches yet again, which would probably be the case, but we see another group of Lings being morphed. He sees the Adepts out and he wants to have units and a line to chisel away at them and be able to jump on top. The Oracle's out too. Gonna be a bit of a problem. 7 Roaches in production. It's a resonating Glaives attack from Classic. He did have that game. I thought he was sure to lose, where he was right on top of it before, but these 7 Roaches are timed out a lot better. The Ling's in position. The Oracles, oh no, this one. is going to go down. He does have one left. Let's take a look at the trades. Even in numbers, but I don't think that was worth losing an Oracle for. The Classic, not warping in any Stalker. This game's a lot different. This map's a little bigger. Classic keeping it, the Adept in the wall, getting a shield battery. I like that. But the Roaches are already here. He doesn't have any Stalkers. In the previous game, he did good because he had a lot of Stalkers. This time, there's a lot of Adepts, though. The Oracle actually coming in kind of clutch here. I think the Oracle should have been target firing the Roaches, I guess, question mark. Or saving it for Ravs, but there's only one Ravager. It is going to tickle the Rav, which is more than tickle. It does a good damage point against a Raptor. It is going to clean it up. Nice work by Classic as he pushes Dark back. Dark is just droning up behind the 6 drones coming down. He's got a layer on the way. Resonating Glaives finishing up, and we'll see what happens. Oracle picking up more units. Catching a few Roaches, catching a few Lings. And, well, the Adepts just go back home after. Unable to find too much. Just army units. So it's pretty close in terms of supply, but Dark's not been able to take a 4th. He's going to probably go for one at some point. The Oracle is still alive. It's only a double Oracle build. Robotics facility coming from Classic. I like that play. Tis pretty good. I think it is. He's going Robo, then into Blink way later. Alright, so he had that Twilight. Didn't make use of it, but in a way, I kind of like it because he's going to be able to get Disruptors out sooner. It is going to be a Hydra Den this game from Dark, so he's probably planning for something cheeky. And it could be Lurkers. We'll see. There's a lot of Lings out. Still some Ravs. Enough Resonating Glaive Adepts to get some damage. And the Shade was perfect. He gets an Adept. And trading an Adept for Ravager is totally worth it. 4 drone kills on the other side, by the way, that I totally missed. It's kind of nice for Classic. He's putting some good pressure on Dark. Contained to 3 bases at 717. That's actually a good mark. That being said, it's 69 workers to 66. This is Hydra 30. Groove Spine Hydras with +1. And Glial Reconstitution just not going. I did miss that as well. There was no roach speed research here for our Zerg player. Oracle taking a little bit of a damage. We'll see. He is going to take some hull damage. Scouts the 4th base just now going down. And Classic knows damn well he didn't take this base or this base. Resonating Glaive Adept's going to be traded out. Classic's losing army supply. That's a little rough. And let's see what we got here. Stalkers is a War Prism. He got a Robotics Bay, but he doesn't have a Disruptor. Overseer's going to scout this. Blink's going to finish up upper. He's going to, okay, he's going to double Colossae. Probably the same build as before. This could be a little rough, but this time I like the Colossae a little bit more because there's been lots of trades of Roaches. Well, not really. It looked like it. More Ravagers. Let's take a look at the meat and potatoes of the army. Not really many Roaches. Lurker Den's a little scary, but the fact that he's open Robo Bay, we know Classic's a guy that knows how to use Disruptors. So it will give him some time before Seismic Spines and Adaptive Talons are on. Hopefully. In the case of Mr. Classic. Catching another Overlord. Oh, that's good catches. Dark is ahead on supply. Classic is going to get a 4th base there. So I do like this for the Giga Chaddis Chin Protoss. Yes, this is live. How you doing, Mini Flesh? This is live with no delay. Actually, like most tournaments can be live and you're not sure, but there's usually a delay. The Korean Starcraft League. This is actually a community-funded tournament if you want to be a patron. !KSL. We've had some crazy outcomes. Thanks for the follow. But more than supporting me on the monetary on tonight especially, please consider becoming a patron to KSL for as little as $5 a month. You can cancel your subscriptions when you need to. We have a larger tournament coming up for $3,000 to $5,000 plus more, who knows, question mark dollars with extra stuff being added on as it goes. Oh, no, that's my Patreon. No, you want to go to KS? Oh, here we go. I got you. Thank you for that. If you're interested, go to this one right here. To see that Patreon Korean Starcraft League. If you want to add a few bucks to tonight, there's a match Reno, but just so you know, And thank you for the follow, Minty Flesh. All right, anyway, Classic coming in hot. Stalker's jumping back. The Oracle's there. A couple drones do fall in this. Dark, not really on a high eco, but neither is Classic. Still Classic in the 4th base and containing Dark to 4 bases is pretty good. Lurkers are out, but there is no high. No, there is a high. There's no upgrades. The Adept's coming in. Adept's putting pressure in at this time. That's something only Classic you're going to see normally. Double Disruptor production's great. Oh, hell yeah, dude. I'm usually streaming a lot. I've been streaming less. I work full time and I cast ESL and whatever, but this is KSL, a community funded tournament. Chicken Man and I, go check out Chicken Man too. My buddy Chicken Man, if nobody else. He is the guy here. I gotta shout him out for this because I've not been doing as much with him, but still. Old man, Chicken Man. Yeah, he is done quite a bit for this tournament too. I don't think I've done as much after the initial push, but I do my part in this as well. We'll see what happens. Anyway, and you get, as a patron, you get the replays. Every week. We've had 11. This is the 11th, or this is the 11th rather, and the big tournament is coming up this summer. But so far we have funding to go for a bit. Alrighty. Classic pushing it hard. Disruptors. Okay, I like that one actually. He goes for the Lurker. Still. Oh no, Seismic Spines did get down. The Lurker den's there. Actually, if Classic could get some momentum there, that could be huge. The Lurker den is in the 4th base, not in the main. So in a way, a good Protoss push could make this devastating. Charge just now going down. Tempest. I didn't even see this. The fleet beacon went down. We are into a Tempest transition for Classic. And that being said, oh my god, these disruptors getting some good value. Cleaning up some Lurkers, damaging another. I feel like Classic's in an okay position. I've said that before. I don't want to jinx him. He needs 2 games to win it. And guys, also, if you like what you see, you're drunk, you're sober, you're not. I'm drinking some beers myself. Apologies, I was going to be a good boy tonight, but it's been a long week. Check out my YouTube. Give me a little, it's free to sub to my YouTube. Check it out. Maybe one day we'll push for some YouTube stuff, but I mean, I am always excited when I get a YouTube subscriber, just as much, if not more, in a way, because it's not as, you know, I basically export to YouTube right now, but I have plans for it. Anyway, Observer goes down. Yeah, a beer or 2, or in my case, 1, 2, 3, 4, I can't even tell you. Yeah, we've had a bunch of beers tonight. Anyway, Tempest hammering in here. I like this Tempest transition. He doesn't have a Templar Archives, but this is a really cool play. This is the kind of stuff I do like. People were asking before who I prefer. I do prefer usually watching Hero, but this is why Classic is so good. He's using Tempest. I think he knows how to peel Dark apart in certain situations. It's just a good game read, but Dark, at the same time, doing Dark strats, going for the Nidus. The recall going in, there was a Nidus over there. It was taken out. I missed it. But still, Lurkers are still alive. Classic makes it back. Both Robos under... Oh, my God. There is one Observer. Okay, the Observer's here. That's really good for Classic. That being said, Lurkers just coming over on this side. We need to get a pylon up stat. And there's no recall available. Oh, this is such an annoying style to play against. Viewers in my chat watching me ladder regularly watch me get dominated by a guy just doing constant Lurker run-bys into the side. Oh, God, the Disruptor. Is it in time? He gets one of the Lurkers. Okay, that was actually probably, for catching one unit, that was about as good as he could have got. The only thing more lucky would be if he got 2 of the Lurkers. The robotics facility is in trouble. The gold base can't mine. Another, oh my God, another, yeah. Oh my God, this game's crazy. If Dark can do this, this is wild. Dark's down to, Dark's ahead on Workers. Ah, poor Classic. Dark is just so annoying and so good at the same time. It's a love-hate relationship. He's like the closest thing we have to a villain in Starcraft, and yet even when you love him watching him play, on one hand, and the other you're like, God damn. Everybody mauled smashing Protoss. Good job, Magnamon. How you doing, buddy? I hope you guys are enjoying the games. This is actually getting scrappy, but I hope Classic played so well. I hope this isn't over. Does Classic have enough? His army supply's pretty high, but he's losing Tempest. He needs everything he can to beat this, and he needs to keep observers. There's a couple of Void Rays. There's a lot of Hydras. And this shit doesn't do that great against Hydras. They can snipe some, though. Oh, God. Poor Classic. I really hope he gives us a game. We need a 5-game series. Let's hope, chat. Hydra's behind this. I don't know. There's a lot of them all over the map. One of the lurkers is going to go down, but the problem is there's no more robo production. And we're down to one observer. Oh, he's got to unseat this observer. I think this is the last one. No! Anakin! How could you? There's no more detection for Classic other than photon cannons. He's able to mine. Oh, God. I don't think he realizes. He's going to have to get into oracles. He does. Oh, he did get some oracles up, but the Hydras are going to push into the main. This is a lot of the production and tech. Probe's going down. This is looking scrappy. And guess what? There's a recall, and he needs Storm for the Hydra switch, but he's got High Templars, not much. That's charge lots coming in. Well, to buy some time, but that's about it. Hello? Okay, the probe lives. Oh, whoa! The BM from Dark. He's like, you thought you lived, and he just goes and he spits on the probe. No soup for you. Okay, probes are pulled. Classic's trying desperately to give us a game 5. Hope he can, but that doesn't look likely. The damage point too high. A lurker and the Hydra on the Hydra's pushing into the gold base at the, I don't know, what do you call it? I don't know, 10 o'clock position base. See what happens here. Army supply is pretty high, but it's a matter of economy bases tech and the 9. That being said, the 9 is going to go down. As Storm or not and everything else. We just don't have a lot of Protoss. He's down to 1 base. He's pulling probes. Classic doesn't have the money for another Nexus. Doesn't have another money. He can build a gas. Well, he has enough money for a gas. That's it. And I just don't think he has the units to beat this. He gave it his best. He came in. Yeah, he's giving us a show at the end, but he just can't do it. Dark's just got the tools. Classic doesn't. Amazing. GG. 6 series. I'm not gonna lie, that was a banger. A short one this week. I think we have a total of like an hour and 15 minutes in actual game time collectively. No, I'm joking. Probably a couple hours. But a very short one. But a very spicy one. That was actually not that. It at least went to a game 4. Thank you to all the players, casters, people in my Twitch chat, everybody that took part, to Chicken Man, and all of you. You guys have a fantastic night. And thanks again to everybody. Actually, we had a good amount of follows. Guys, still last chance to follow if you hear me. We're going to go raid on out now. Somewhere or another. I think I'm going to raid Caster Maddox because I think he's still going to be going for a 36-hour stream. We could go else. I think I'm going to raid Maddox. Is he taking a break? Oh, sure. He said something about a 36-hour stream is why. And he speaks English too. Caster Maddox actually did interviews for us. So guys, there are things. We've actually interviewed... I gotta see if we can get an interview. Who's in the party still, Dark? I'm gonna see if Dark's gonna do an interview with us. No, he's already gone. No, is he? I'm gonna see if we can get an interview with Dark. Dark won. The cheeky mofo won. Let's see if we're gonna get Dark in here for an interview. Who wants to hear him, Dark? Hey, Maddox, can you add Dark?
I'll try. I'll do that. Just hold on a second.
I'm gonna get Chicken Man.
What is up, my friend?
What is up? You're like, what? I'm trying to find S2 Dark. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna add Dark. Maddox is confused because hold on. SC2 Dark. Oh, hi, Dark.
Hello.
Maddox.
Hello. We were waiting for Maddox.
Maddox is in last call. Sorry. Sorry.
No, it's okay.
Hey,
Hey,
Maddox.
there he is.
Thank you for doing
Hey.
an interview. Maddox, what's up, buddy? Chicken Man, Dark. Hi.
안녕하세요.
Congratulations, Dark.
예, 안녕하세요.
Congrats. GG's.
일단 축하드립니다. 네.
네, 감사합니다. Thank you.
So, any questions?
Yeah. You were feeling very aggressive tonight, weren't you?
일단 오늘 경기가 굉장히 좀 공격적이었는데, 오늘 좀 이렇게 해야겠다라고 좀 마음 먹고 오셨나요?
아니요. 딱히 마음 먹진 않았고요. 그냥 요즘 이제 돌아가는 게임 상황들을 보면 다들 좀 배제를 많이 하거나 가위바위보 위주로 해가지고 좀 많이 괘씸하더라고요, 다들. 그래서 원래 옛날 제 모습으로 돌아가고 있지 않나 싶습니다.
좋습니다. So he's saying that looking at recent games, I mean, people are getting really greedy or even doing some rock paper scissors here. So it was kind of frustrating for me. I mean, people getting all greedy stuff. So it kind of angers me off. So I think I went back to my older self as an aggressive self. So I think it worked.
Good.
That's awesome. We love that. I want to ask what made you decide to stop being aggressive in the last game and just immediately go to lurkers and hive? Like, what is it that triggers that switch?
네 번째 세트에서는 좀 올인을 좀 이제 가는 척 하시다가 결국에는 가시옥을 가셨잖아요. 이제 가시옥 운영으로 가시게 된 좀 결정적인 계기가 있었나요?
아니 올인 가는 척이 아니고 올인이었는데 그
네.
도우 형이 이제 빌드가 공명사도여 가지고 저는 할 만하다고 생각했는데 리플레이를 보니까 굉장히 좀 불리하더라고요. 개인적으로는 이제 토스전 빌드가 쓸 게 없어 가지고 좀 굉장히 지금 힘든 시기인데 오늘은 되게 어떻게 운이 좋아가지고 약간 뽀록 싸움을 많이 걸었는데 운이 잘 통했던 것 같습니다.
So he says it was actually all in, but the fact that he went Glaive of Depths made me feel really better. But all after all the games go, I was pretty much behind at that game 4 after all happened there. So I was forced to go lurkers in that sense. But however, I was pretty lucky that I was just bash into his natural and the third and hope for the best. But I think it worked out pretty well. So I think I was pretty lucky there.
Cool. I do have a question too, actually. So, other than how does he feel about winning this one finally? Because Dark's played in every one, but how does he feel that he's basically on the road to just automatically qualifying for this larger tournament we have coming up? And is he still happy? I know there's been, there was a lot of fortunately good news that GSL got crowdfunding and stuff too. Is he happy that he's just basically a shoe into that? And how does he think he's going to do in the main event or the big event rather?
You mean GSL or the
Both.
summer tournament?
Summer tournament and GSL. Say both. Sorry.
Okay. that's fine. 이제 박영호 선수가 그래도 오늘 원래는 계속 우승을 놓치시다가 오늘 그래도 이번 주차에 우승을 하면서 이제 저희가 새로 이제 발표한 이 서머슬램에 이제 자동적으로 초청을 받으시게 됐어요. 그래서 GSL이 또 다음 시즌에도 이제 또 크게 또 열리기도 하고 좀 그런 점에서 이렇게 큰 대회에 계속해서 나올 수 있다는 좀 기회가 생기니까 좀 그거에 대해서 좀 어떻게 생각하시는지 좀 궁금합니다.
개인적으로 이렇게 좀 대회도 많이 생기고 계속 열리고 사실 GSL도 원래 온라인으로 진행될 예정이었는데 다음 시즌부터 오프라인으로 진행되잖아요.
네네.
이제 모든 이제 스타트 관계자분들하고 팬분들이 정말 많은 힘을 써주셔서 사실 선수들 입장에선 딱히 그렇게 하고 있는 건 아닌데 그냥 저희는 그냥 게임만 보여주는 입장이니까 재밌는 경기 펼치고 그래도 이렇게 많은 응원과 관심 주셔서 계속 이렇게 판이 이어질 수 있게끔 돼가지고 정말 정말 감사드리고요. 저도 이렇게 많이 보답을 해드리고 싶은데 사실 뭐 고민을 좀 굉장히 많이 하고 있어요. 개인 방송도 그냥 다시 옛날처럼 좀 할까라는 생각도 많이 하고 있는데 온라인 리그나 이제 팀 리그도 굉장히 좀 빠듯하게 많다 보니까 좀 일정
그쵸.
조율을 좀 해봐야 될 것 같아요.
So he says obviously it is really grateful that all the tournaments happening and I can get to play those games. And last season GSL was all online, but now it's going to be big as before as offline. And there's new tournaments coming, and learning that I can play as well. It's really really grateful that people are really getting together and trying to help the players and the scene. And it's because all the efforts of the player of the fans and of all the casters and all the all the people who are working on to save the scene. So I only can offer just games, and I'm trying the best I can. But as to repay to community, I really want to do some of the own streams myself, but actually I don't have the time because it's really a hectic schedule right now because it has all the team leagues and all the other like tournaments and qualifiers kind of stuff. So I'll have to see about that.
Well, that's awesome. But tell him thank you from me. I'm sorry, Chicken Man, too. I just had to say this. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for being one of the first guys to just sign up for this. And I know it was a scarier time then, but I'm very happy to see that it was there. But I'm glad to see that you guys appreciated, even though it wasn't much, just whatever we could do from. It was basically started in the Americas was Chicken Man, myself, but it was actually like Skitoo and Vlad, some people that had the money. We were talking about tournaments before, and this just happened. but we're really thankful for having him. And even though it hurts my soul sometimes to watch how strong his cheese, it's not really cheese, his builds are. Dark just seems to know every angle of the game. Against the Protoss, especially. He's a Protoss player, but I'm also a Zerg, so I'm always taking notes in my book. And I may actually, when I see him play like that, it makes me want to switch to Zerg again.
So, do you want to ask any tips about transitioning into Zerg? About Zerg plays? I think I can ask that.
Yeah, just tell him thank you, and that'd probably be a good. Just tell him I'm
Okay.
I'm drunk.
Yeah,
I'm old.
I'll just ask you something.
Say
I'll
I'm
myself,
drunk. I'm
yeah.
old, but yeah, just add I'm drunk. I'm old. I play Protoss, and thank you for playing. And what do I do to switch to Zerg? Because I was playing Zerg for a while. I was doing better than my
Yeah.
Protoss. But
Okay. 그래도 일단은 또 캐스터들도 사실 이렇게까지 선수분들께서 적극적으로 참여해 주실 줄 몰랐는데 이렇게 참여해 주셔서 감사하다고 또 이렇게 말씀을 해 주시고요. 또 우리 또 데이브 테스타 캐스터가 원래는 이제 주종이 토스인데 저그를 좀 가끔씩 플레이를 하고 또 박영호 선수의 저그 플레이 보면서 저그 하고 싶다. 그래서 저그를 가끔씩 하는데 좀 저그를 할 수 있는 좀 저그를 좀 잘하고 할 수 있는 방법이 좀 있을까? 좀 그런 좀 팁 좀 전수해 주실 수 있으면 좀 초보에게
네.
초보 저그에게 좀 이런 거는 좀 해줬으면 좋겠다. 그러니까
사실
이런 거는
이게
네.
저는 이제 그래도 전체적인 종족 그 분포도를 보면 저그가 가장 좀 유저수가 없는 걸로 알고 있는데
네네.
저는 개인적으로 그 초보분들이 하기에는 굉장히 좀 어렵다고 생각하고요. 근데 막상 그 알고 나면 재밌긴 하거든요. 재밌긴 한데 이게 뭐라 해야 되냐면 약간 그 장인 느낌이라 해야 되나요? 그러니까 약간 뭐 무슨 기술을 배우면 이제 초급부터 막 시작하잖아요.
네.
다른 종족은 그 어떻게 보면 그냥 프로게이머들이 해 놓은 뭐 공략 영상이나 이런 걸 보면서 빌드를 좀 따라할 수 있는데 저 같은 경우는 그 처음부터 좀 쳐맞아 가면서 배우는 거거든요. 그래서
아,
어 사실 좀 오래 걸려요. 사실 이 저그를 좀 잘 하려면. 그러니까
네.
약간 좀 개인적으로 이제 저그가 RTS 게임이 아닌 약간 뭐라 해야죠? 시뮬레이션 게임? 뭐 도시 건설 게임을 한다 생각하고 약간 차근차근 하나씩 빌드업을 하는 걸 좀 추천드려요, 저는.
그러면은 뭐 펌핑이라던가 아니면은 뭐 좀 전망 넓혀가는 것도 좀 시작을 해라 이런 건가요?
아 네 그쵸. 그러면서 이제 뭐 타종들이 쓰는 빌드에 좀 하나둘씩 이렇게 두드려 맞아
음,
보고 '아 이런 맛이구나.' 좀 느끼고 이제 어떻게
음,
막는지 다시 배우고 그러니까 좀 사실 수련한다고 생각해야 되거든요. 약간
음,
멘탈적으로나 그러니까 게임을 하면은 거의 주도권이 없을 거예요, 아마.
네.
그러면 이제 계속 두드려 맞다가 막으면 이제 '재미 좀 볼까?' 하면 상대방이 나가거나 못 보고 그냥 맞고 끝나거나 둘 중 하나여서 많은 인내심부터 가지는 게 좀 중요한 것 같아요.
알겠습니다. 정말 깊게 얘기해 주셨는데 정말 감사합니다. So he says obviously Zerg is actually really hard race, and I know there's a lot of there's not many Zerg players in the ladder, and it's because it's really hard to adjust and it's really hard to practice. But consider it as a you're mastering the race. You have to become become the master of one thing, and then you have to go another. So first of all, the Zerg, if you play Zerg, you'll be very frustrated because you don't have any leading situations there because you're gonna have to defend all the time. But I would rather say, think of it as just doing a city builder like SimCity or City Skyline. Just think of it as a city build. You're doing a city builder, and then you just practice the skills of the basic things, how to pump larva and how to spread the creeps. Sorry, how to spread the creeps and how to uh, do the basic stuff, and then you move on to the basic builds. Honestly, the other races you can just imitate the other builds like pro builds or even like cheesy builds kind of stuff, and you can already learn like one of the builds. Zerg is actually hard to do that. So you need to actually master the basic things, and then you move on to the basic builds. So it's going to be really, really hard and really painful process. And I know it's going to be very frustrated for all of the ladder players, especially Zerg ladder players. But personally, I think Zerg is actually mastered by being battered through. It's like hard iron. You need to be ironed very, very hard after losing a lot of games with like Terran from Protoss. But in the end, after you get forged, you'll be a very, very hardened and sharpened sword, double-edged sword. I don't know why.
So in other words, play like Dark is saying macro, despite how aggressive he is sometimes. And he does macro.
You must learn the
Yeah,
macro
but-
first, Dave.
Learn the macro first,
Learn
and then
the
get
macro
battered through. You know. Yeah,
So
and then go.
can you ask him this? Learn the macro, then be learn the macro, then be Bly.
Yeah. That's basically this. Yeah, that is basically what he's saying. Yeah.
What is it? You know Bly, Dark? Bly?
아,
Learn macro, then
그러니까
Bly.
이제 매크로 하는 법부터 배우고 이제 블라이처럼 하는 걸 배워라 이런 식으로 얘기를 하는 건지 궁금하다고 하네.
그러니까 처음에 이제 뭐 약간 블라이식 소위 말해서 그 약간 이상한 게임, 공격적인 게임 말씀하시는 거잖아요.
네, 맞아요. 네, 맞아요.
그렇게 시작하면 안 돼요.
그렇게 시작하면 안 돼.
네, 그렇게 시작하면 안 돼요.
네. So you can't start off with Bly builds. He says you can't start off with Bly builds.
I almost got the Masters 3.
Hurt you.
Funnily enough, I was watching Lambo, and then I went to Bly. I actually had a higher MMR than my Protoss for a while. I was lower in my Protoss for a bit at one point in time, and I had some friends coach me a little. They said, watch Lambo, and then I learned a couple Bly builds, and I got to higher MMR.
There you go, macro first, and then Bly after. You learn.
Yeah.
That's how you do it.
So I'm gonna try to take his words. I might actually. I didn't mean to waste time. Chicken Man's here with stuff. Maddox, you have stuff you probably want to ask him too. You know, like I'm sorry, guys. And Dark's here, but just tell him we'll see.
Well, I just translate. So, Chicken Man, you do the last question.
Yes, I only have one more question. It's obligated to ask. How excited is Dark for Stormgate?
이제 마지막 질문인데요.
예.
이제 스톰게이트에 대해서 얼마나 기대를 하고 계시는지.
솔직히 처음에는 굉장히 좀 큰 기대를 갖고 있었는데 이제 뭐 영상 나오는 거나 뭐 약간 트레일러 같은 거 이런 걸 보고 나서 뭔가 제 예상대로는 나오지 않을 것 같더라고요. 그리고 이제 스타트도 계속 팬분들이 후원해 주시고 이러다 보니까 저는 아마 스톤게이트가 나와도 스타투가 있는 한 스타투를 계속 할 것 같아요. 스톤게이트보다는.
He says, obviously, I had a lot of expectations after his first, announcement. But after seeing some of the trailers and kind of stuff, it actually made me a little, a little disappointed. Honestly, I don't really hype. I don't really get hyped to the Stormgate that much, and it's still people love Starcraft 2, and people still might love Starcraft 2 plays. So as long as Starcraft 2 exists, I think I'm gonna stick into it.
All right.
Cool. Good. Well,
That's all I got. Thank you so much.
Well, even if it goes down, you can bully people on other servers and everything else because there's got you.
All right. We have to let him go.
Yeah, he's got to go.
Yeah.
No,
정말.
Tell him hit me up after too. I'll see what we can do for him. I can't promise too much because I got to see from chat, but I will say that chat he's reading it too. I'll hit Dark up too, but I'm gonna hit you up too, Maddox. Okay. Chicken Man 2, thank you. Sorry, all of you guys for keeping you up too late. Thank you for playing, Dark.
정말 오늘 플레이 해주셔서 정말 감사드리고 다시 한번 우승 축하드립니다. 오늘 인터뷰 해주셔서 정말 감사합니다. 감사합니다.
감사합니다. 땡큐.
Congratulations. Samida. Good night.
감사합니다.
I have no idea what I just said, but what did I just say, Maddox?
What you said all the time.
No, at the end. I just was fucking. Yeah, I had too many beers.
Yeah, what you always say all the time. So
Oh, sorry.
don't worry about it.
The sorry word.
You won't even remember it. You won't even remember what you said. So like, what you won't even remember what happened. So
No, I will, because I have some things. I'm usually pretty good on handling business, at least, you know. You know that,
Well-
Maddox. Kinda as good as I can. Trying to,
I mean,
as far as you
well,
guys.
at least I need to wrap up by casting stream. So I'll see you guys. I'll see you later. I'll talk to you later.
Yeah. See it.
Bye.
Yeah. Do it. Wrap it up and. Oh yeah, you're in Korean. Bye.
Yeah.
Guys, Caster Maddox was here. You heard it from Dark. If you guys want to help Dark out, you can forward it through me or contact me. Hit me up in Discord. Guys, also follow the Cranky Ducklings, Nina. I'm going to actually go through all this whole shit and thing. We're going to take a bit before the raid. We're going to go to Caster Maddox. Caster Maddox obviously speaks English. He was our Korean caster tonight. He's going on a 36-hour stream. He needs some help. Please help Caster Maddox. I'm going to do something. And I'm very thankful to Dark for taking the time for this. Um, so anyway, that being said, I'm just checking up with Dark and stuff too. I'm trying to see if I can get some payment information or anything too. I'm going to be kicking Dark something for taking his time up, Caster Maddox, Chicken Man as well. But I'm going to go through the whole list of shout outs of everybody involved in this tonight. That from top to bottom. Honestly, I'm going to start out with Chicken Man because I hadn't as much. And Caster Maddox we're going to is why. We're going to go a shout out to ChickenmanSC. Make sure you follow Chicken Man, the guy that he's in my partner in crime that makes this happen every week and actually does a lot more than me often. I'm actually going to try to collect the replays. We're a little behind for the patrons every week. We have the replays lickety split. I have to do that. With that being said, Caster Maddox, we're going to raid into. So a shout out to him. There's people that weren't here tonight, but I don't have time for that. Why is the shout out command fucked? Shout out to the Cranky Ducklings for the raid right then, and for casting, obviously, for doing this every week. A shout out to Kano. If I spelled it right, let me make sure. Kano cast and oh shit, I didn't. Fuck. Shout out to Alexander Enke. I'm gonna get Kano again. Alexander Enke in Spanish. Is it Alexander _ Enke or one word? I forgot. He does a Spanish cast every week. Let me make sure these are correct. I'm typing that. Oh, God, I'm fumbling. The brewski's kicking in. It's okay. But very big thanks to all of our patrons and everybody here. Oh, God. It's Enki Alexander. Alexander Enki. I was typing it wrong. Let me get it in. Okay, here we go. So here we go. I'm just going to paste it in. Follow Alexander Enki. Follow Kano. In French. If you speak French. And then Steadfast. I don't mean to give him last things, but Steadfast has been putting a lot of time into this too. Every week casting. Dave, can you name the only captain ever passed through the... It's Kirk. It's Kirktown, man. It's Kirk, Yeti. K-I-R-K. It's Kirktown. And we're going to also shout out Maverick, Anakitos Mavi. Let me make sure I'm getting his shit right, too. But we're going to raid into Caster Maddox, who's going into 36-hour thing. Yeti, I'm going to see you. Even if it's for 2 seconds, I have to piss first. We're going to hang out. Because my boy Yeti's here. Thank you all. Sorry for the lack of stuff. Maddox is going in. We're going to go to Anakitos Mavi. Okay. And now we're going to raid Caster Maddox. You have female entertainment. Oh, you got to go? Ha! Well, I'm surprised you're not going to bed, Yeti. Well, shit. We're going to raid Caster Maddox anyway. And you guys have a good night. Thank you to Caster Maddox. Thank you to Chicken Man. Thank you to Dark. And guys, we're going to try to convince Dark to stream. Thank you to the Cranky Ducklings. Thank you to, shout out to Nina. Nina, the micro ballerina from North America here. And shout out to Pilly. Shout out to, what up, SW Pro? Shout out to Gene Sim. And shout out to everybody here. I shout out to SW Pro even for just being around, you know, because he's a lurker. Everybody, we got his stuff on, but crazy. We had a Dark interview. We were not expecting that, so I'm going to have to pay him. So if you guys ever put stuff into this stream, it's going to probably, I have to now put what my stream stuff goes to because I'm thinking about it. I'm going to put money in myself too, but I actually now have legitimate reasons for asking for money other than just being like, I'm a bum, I'm out of work, which it was unfortunate circumstances, but you know. All right, guys, let's go see Medics.